How's everyone doing out there? Welcome to another edition of Faded Workshop. You are muted. You're muted. Ciara, you're muted. You're muted. So she's muted, and it may take her a second to figure that out. Are you unmuted now? You're still muted. We can't hear you. This is a great start to our... Okay. You got it figured out? Nope, we still can't hear you. Unmute and mute again, or try that. Disconnect and come back. So while we're trying to figure that out, I want to show you the video that Tanner did. So here's the introduction to Biscuit McSweet Tits, who's Cookie's sister. I think is what we should go with. I think sister. So let's go ahead and watch this video while we're waiting for Sierra to come back and join us. And we have a couple other people that may be jumping on later. They may be too busy playing Red Dead, whatever. Welcome, everybody. And here we go, having some fun with Biscuit McSweet Tits. Too many videos. Okay, here we go, everyone. Oh, we're freezing. We're freezing. I may have too many things open. Let's try to close a couple things. So I'm a little frozen. Let's hope I'm not frozen in all places. Probably because, yeah. So good times. I hope we're not frozen out there for everyone else, because that would not be good. Let me, I guess, try this. Is it gonna? It says it's moving, so no? Okay. God damn it. Okay. I can. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun, and now I'm in two places at once. So yay! Or hold on, we're gonna.
You know what?
There we go. So that is the great thing about doing live. I was gonna say TV, but it's not really TV, is it? It's a live something my babas. So let me do that.
It's our own TV.
Yeah, it's the yes. So I was going to show a thingy, my bobber. Your heart's frozen, but the video's good. I know, honey. I know.
Are you talking to me?
Dark Steve was talking in the comments, but yes, he was talking to you.
Oh, la la. I'm so flattered.
So let me try this. Let me close a couple of thingies, I guess. Tabs. Yeah, we'll just close a couple tabs, and I'll find them in a minute.
Okay.
And then we'll try this.
Did you know that that's my dad's name? Steve? Huh? Huh?
Steve.
Huh? Just
So,
kidding. I'm so flattered.
so everybody introducing Biscuit McSweet Tits.
Hey, Biscuit.
What is this thing on? I can't tell. Hello, everybody. So my sister Cookie McSweet Tit asked me if I would help her out with the video. Now my name is Biscuit McSweet Tits. We got a video for you guys today. Now I'm trying to understand the crazy that's going on. But I can't really get it. Let's have a talk with this crazy guy named Daniel Pratt.
Oh,
The moon's gravity is clearly
I know that guy.
or
Oh, I hope not.
sexist or sizist.
You guys.
No, I do.
That the moon is racist.
Look,
or
you're not
that,
a girl. You don't know.
Like it's sexist or something. Like the ocean.
Wait. Okay, so how do you know Daniel?
Because he hit me up in my DMs.
I would believe it. He is a weirdo. So, I think you probably may be the only person who doesn't know this, Sierra. He is our famous flat earther who does all of his videos from his garage in front of his water heater. He says insane stuff. And the reason why we did this is because he says the moon is biased. The moon is sexist. The tides are, I don't know. So let's listen and let Biscuit tell you some more.
Oceans have genitalia. Can you believe that? Imagine going swimming in the ocean and you're just raping it, not knowing you're in its genitalia. Also, I never understood, was blue actually a race? I don't get how the moon can be racist. But let's have a little bit more of a look at this crazy guy.
Or sizist or some sort of ist. And it must be canceled. In the era of cancel culture, we must cancel the moon and its discriminatory gravity.
No, I tell you what, this guy's a flat earther, but you get Biscuit standing in front of him and he'll start believing in those round things. Well, you better believe that.
I went to the ocean the other day and I filled a tank with ocean water and brought it home to my bathtub. And I told it, don't worry, when the moon comes overhead, you're going to rise and become a big tub of water.
I really don't understand how you guys can sit through this much stupid. Now, I'm only a 6th grade graduate, but I think I even understand more than this guy does. Hell, my nephew is skydiver, and he probably could tell me more than I'd understand than what this nut job tells me.
And so I waited, and the moon came overhead, and nothing happened. Clearly, the moon's gravity is racist because it causes tides. In the same water in the ocean, but it didn't. It was in my bathtub. Or when I just fill my bathtub with regular water. I wait, and the moon comes, and I'm like, rise, water, rise.
No, I remember dancing the songs back in the day where it was like, rise up, but he's telling his bathwater to do it, and I don't understand because he's not that good looking. It's not going to rise up for him.
And it doesn't. And I check, and I'm like, yep, it's supposed to be high tide in my area. And I look, and if anything, it's lower because I got a slow leak in my plug.
Oh, God.
People would ask me, Biscuit, would you date this guy? And I'd say, oh, no, I would never date him. Because, just look at his door trim. He's not a very handy guy. And we all know I like handy guys.
But it never rises. So now I'm like, well, I thought it was racist towards unsalted water because all these freshwater lakes, they never get tides and never get to become bigger lakes. I wonder if they feel left out. Why is the moon's gravity so discriminatory?
And he says gravity.
Well, I don't know what his IQ is, but I think my hair is a little bit higher than what his IQ could be.
Yeah.
Let's just watch a little bit more. I don't know how much more I can sit through this.
I mean, I wonder if it has anything to do with salt water is more conductive and thus more susceptible to something like electromagnetism. But we know it's gravity because Einstein said so. So why does my little tub get left out?
Your
Every
tub
time
or your
there's a
pub?
tide party,
His tub.
because of the moon's gravity, my tub feels left out and discriminated against.
No, I've dated some guys in my past who have smoked some not so fine stuff, and this guy, he's definitely got to be smoking something. Sitting too close to that water heater, the fumes must be doing something. I have some low taste in men, but this guy, I could never date. He's just too crazy.
His feelers are really hurt. It's all because that moon's gravity is so discriminatory. It just pick and chooses which bodies of water it wants to affect on Earth. Are we going to put up with that in this all-inclusive cancel culture? It's time we cancel the moon and its discriminatory gravity. It should be equal tides for every body of water on Earth
What
that the moon passes over.
What the
This
fuck?
pick and choose which body my gravity's going to affect is going to stop.
Oh my God, what is with his laugh? I don't understand. I thought my laugh was crazy, but you listen to this guy and it's just creepy. All right, guys, I just can't. I can't sit through anymore of this, so I think I'm going to end it here. And I'm going to thank my sister, Cookie, for allowing me to do a video for you guys. It's been crazy, but I don't know how you guys sit through this stupid all the time. I'm going to have to try to figure out what kind of drugs or what kind of smoky smokes you guys do. Maybe I just need to knock myself out a few times and I'll be able to get right through it. So with that said, guys, I hope you all have a good day. Remember, talk amongst yourselves about these videos and don't be as stupid or as crazy as this guy. We'll talk to you later. Thanks, Cookie.
Boy. So that's that's Biscuit. So yes.
Oh, she reminds me of Juno Birch. Stunning.
Yeah.
Yes, that's happening. Yes.
So Skydiver, if you want to put your channel link in the side chat, go for it. So everybody can go subscribe to Biscuit. Tusk, I gave you a link if you want to jump in.
Yes, that's stunning.
Okay, so want to watch another video or want to talk about something or what you want to do?
Ooh, well, that was a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
But it was really funny. I don't know. I just thought it was very funny.
Yeah, Daniel Pratt says a bunch of nonsensical stuff. So everything he said was obviously not real. Okay, so here's Tusk's jumping in. So, yo,
Yeah.
Tusk.
Aye.
I still, whenever I hear your name, think of that weird movie. I'm sorry. I can't hear your name without thinking of that movie. But I like it.
So, how are you doing there, buddy?
Not too bad. I was just enjoying watching Tanner do these biscuit mixed sweet tits. That's absolutely great fun.
So, speaking of that devil, Saturday around noonish time in the Americas, we're going to do Cookie and Biscuits Talking Coffee.
Right.
So, I have my grandma outfit I just got, and Tanner will be dressed up and we'll be sitting on a fake couch and we will be talking shite about conspiracy theorists.
Kind of like the UK version of, I don't know if you're into drag queen culture, like queens sit and watch, but there's girls from the UK, RuPaul's Drag Race. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, I get kind of made to watch that all the time.
I know. So before COVID, I was meaning to do. I told you this. I was meaning to do drag king stuff in honor of my father and my brothers. But it just lost momentum because of, obviously COVID.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to pick that momentum back up again and get things moving.
Oh yeah.
Well, and that's what Slim and I are trying to do. Well, we are doing. We're not trying. We are doing.
Yeah. I was chatting earlier on with one of my favourite bands, and they were saying it's been exactly a year since their last gig.
Yeah, I'm pretty much there. It's been a year.
Yeah, I mean, even it's honestly been a year even since my last online gig. Because after that, I don't know. I feel like I can be honest with this audience that I have a hard time translating live. I'm not used to it, but I am trying my best. And as the weeks go on, me and Slim doing this project, I think we'll get there.
Yeah.
I'm very hopeful.
Okay, so who wants to watch the orange plump? I want to say potato, but that's not really the right ones. Who wants to see an orange guy talk about potatoes being transgender?
Always watch that all day.
Yeah,
I don't know, but my face looks really good from this angle, so go for it.
Girl, you look real good. So yes. Oh, Purple's here. Everyone say hi to Purple.
Hey,
Hi, Purple.
Okay, so we're gonna watch some Fune right now. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I gotta do it this way, full of semi-guad, honey.
Oh girl.
I'm so glad they made this so easy for us on StreamYards.
Culture, CC, cancel culture, CC Ryder, great sub here. Are talking about cancel culture. Nobody's safe. Aunt Jemima's gone. Tremendous here, by the way. Uncle Ben's gone. Why? Uncle Ben, United people. Black guy, white rice. I mean, I thought that was a winner. Now the Muppets and Mr. Potato Head will now be gender neutral, the potato. It's, there's only two genders, folks, male and female. And I think we can tell the difference between a female potato and a male potato. It's sad. But it's who knows? It's not.
Oh my God, this is so great. But what's even funnier is that's like what his speech was.
The part that got me is the female potato and male potato. They're just potatoes.
Yeah.
Watch this. The Republicans talking about, they're cancelling the Muppets. Blah. The Muppets was cancelled like nearly 20 years ago.
Yeah, and they did it to themselves. They didn't. They decided they were going to say that they, just like Dr. Seuss, they decided they were going to put up these warnings or discontinue things. It wasn't the culture that did it. They decided as a company themselves.
Yeah, they cancelled it in the way the network.
We do every week on behalf of the whole U.S.
Sorry.
We apologize because Slim and I are not an accurate representation of our representatives. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Dude.
Okay, let's see what else this crazy mofo has to say. Obviously, this isn't Trump. This is an actor doing a spoof of Trump, but technically, this is really what he said at CPAC. He's just making it sound a little bit funnier.
It's not going to stop. And that's why we're here at CPAC. The entire CPAP this year is about America uncanceled. Uncanceled. Everyone here is talking about how cancel culture is bad, and that's what they call it, by the way. Cancel culture. CC. Cancel culture. CC. CC Rider. Great song. It's sad how the left uses cancel culture to get rid of people they don't like anymore. They want to get rid of them, but they don't do it right. You know me. I'm unpredictable, and I usually say the opposite of what everybody's thinking. And today is one of those days, folks, because I have to tell you, I like canceling people. I like canceling companies. I like canceling. Okay? I'm good at it. I'm really good at it. I'm very good at it. A lot of people forget I practically invented cancel culture. I canceled Ed Koch, Mayor Ed Koch of New York, and that was in the 1970s. I was the first person ever to go on national television and cancel someone relentlessly. I canceled Rosie O'Donnell for doing a bad impression of me. That was back in 2006, and I've never stopped. I mean, it's been 15 years of me ripping her spine out and canceling her. She can't get a job. Okay, she had a nervous breakdown because of me canceling her.
I would know.
What was that?
I would play. What is this, Mortal Kombat? I play a lot of Mortal Kombat. I would know.
Man, it's so funny.
I am the king of cancel culture, and no one is going to take that away from me. Believe me. Okay, I didn't come up with birtherism, but I should have. Because for 8 years I beat Obama over the head with that. So many tweets. I said he was a Muslim. I said he was illegitimate. I said he shouldn't be president. I said he was horrible. I said he was the worst. I'm the first person ever to cancel a United States president, and I should get credit for that. I should get credit.
This is so ridiculous, man. Okay. It's so funny.
What the fuck is birtherism?
Oh, that was
so.
Go ahead.
No.
Obama president before him. So how will he know about birtherism?
So birtherism was the conspiracy started by Trump and his cronies that Obama wasn't born in the USA. He was actually born in Kenya, and he demanded to see his birth certificate over and over again. And Obama.
But that is proved.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't matter to Trump, does it?
No.
Whether it's true or not, it's utterly irrelevant.
Yeah.
Even when he showed him his birth certificate, he claimed it was fake.
Yeah, exactly. He said, "Oh, that's not the original. That's the second form. Oh, that's the short form. It's not the long form, or something like that." And it's like, wait.
I don't know if you guys remember. I obviously remember George W. Bush, who was a complete moron. And he said something which I thought up until recently was the dumbest thing anybody had ever said in the history of ever. When he said, "I believe humans and fish can live in harmony."
Oh, God.
Right? Then you get Trump coming out and at a CPAC fundraiser talking about gender-neutral potatoes. He said, "I cannot believe how far America's sunk."
And of course, we know this isn't like real Trump, but it's things he would.
No, that's actually what Trump did.
And
he's just vocalizing it in a different way, and that's why I really like this gentleman. His name is. I'll let you know the name of him, and we might share his link to his channel in a second, because he does this, and it's going to be done in a minute because Trump's not there anymore, but he has so many funny things he's done. So let's watch more.
For that, because I'm a stable genius with a big brain. No one does cancel culture the way I do cancel culture. You know why? Because I go big. I go big, okay? I don't cancel some football player. I cancel the entire NFL. I canceled the NFL so bad back in 2016 over that kneeling crap that their revenue went down for the first time in history. I broke the NFL's back. I got a lot of Republicans to stop watching football. I got Republicans to hate football. No one's ever done that. The radical left thinks they know what they're doing. They screw it up every time. 2 weeks ago, I didn't know who the hell Gina Carano was, but because Disney canceled her, she's bigger and better than ever. I hear she has an even better deal because of the left-wing cancellation. The left made her bigger. Huge mistake. They tried to cancel Goya Goya, but it blew up in their face like a colon stuffed with pinto beans. Pinto beans. Goya, pinto beans. The best beans, according to Ivanka. Wow, is she a knockout? Wow, what a knockout. I miss her because I'm in Florida and she's, who knows where she is. Now, the left doesn't know how to cancel somebody or a business. I know how to cancel somebody, and I know how to level their business. As you know, I am a huge supporter of American businesses. And I always say, America first, except if I don't like the company. And that's why I cancel them. That's why I cancel them. Harley Davidson, I canceled them, and their sales dropped through the floor. And they are an American company. Just shows I don't give a shit, okay? You piss me off, you're done. It's over. I've been canceling people and companies for decades, long before the radical left even tried to do it. I canceled major American companies like.
Okay, there we go. So that was the taste of that.
What I love about the outrage about Gina Carano at the moment, she's been cancelled. This is left-wing cancel culture. You realise it was Disney that cancelled her, one of the most fucking right-wing corporations in the history of America.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can't blame the commies on that. It was fucking Disney.
So that's his name on YouTube, John D. Domenico, I think it is. So go check out his stuff. It's freaking hilarious, what he comes up with and what he says. Let's see. So I guess while we're waiting for her to get back, can't tell if. Oh, she's got, lots of feedback. So we'll mute that for a second. We've almost gotten everything ready for her to have her equipment set up. So almost everything is in.
I thought, well, I don't obviously know. I've only just come in 5 minutes into the stream. Everything looked okay and it sounded much better. I thought maybe she had her set up, as it were.
Not yet.
Not yet.
There's still, she got most of the equipment in. It's just setting it all up and getting the settings right and, turning things off and on and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, exactly how it goes. I used to have a series of videos up a couple of years ago about my music workstation, my digital audio workstation, called Why Won't It Work Today? And there was always some issue, a driver issue, a conflict somewhere, and it just never worked.
Yeah.
I'd record a song, then I could only hear it with the headphones in, but only if I had it in one channel. Why? Just work, It's the reason I swapped my first iPod, actually. It wouldn't let me continue without setting location services. I'm like, listen, you're a fucking machine. You do as I tell you. You don't dictate to me when I can listen to my music. And eventually I just smashed it off the wall and wasted about £300. So it was deeply satisfying.
Yeah. Hey, Alien. So, let's see.
Alien X Gaming, the only man to ever run away from an interview he set up.
Did he? What?
No, just I think he set an interview up with Mr. Sensible and then didn't show up.
Oh, son of a monkey!
So he's getting ripped for that a little bit. He's getting dragged for it.
Sierra, you're feeding back. We hear feedback from you, Sierra. So last night on Alien X's channel, we tried to stream Phasmagora or whatever the fuck it's called. And I couldn't get the settings right. So I'm sorry, Alien, that there's like 10 minutes of dead air on your stream while we were trying to get me set up and it never worked. So sorry. We'll get it figured out another time.
I found a movie yesterday, which I don't know how it got past me, but I can't say the name of it in chat because it's deeply offensive and it'll probably get the stream taken down. But I'm going to type it in the private chat. And I watched it earlier on today, and it's brilliantly awful. So you have to watch it if you haven't saw it already.
What was it called?
I'll type it in the private chat. I can't say it on stream.
Okay, cool. I'll definitely have to check that out. You got it, and then I bailed. Oh, I feel bad. I didn't know that. Sorry about that, Alien. We'll get it all figured out for the next time we do. We'll get it so we can actually play together. No, I could hear you all out there. Just I couldn't respond back, or I couldn't do anything, and I might have been a little too drunk to be trying to do new stuff. So, because I already had to turn off face rig settings, I had to turn off face rig stuff to even get into the chat, and then we downloaded a game and tried to play it. So, yeah, there was way too much crap going on, and yeah. Okay, so while we're waiting for Sierra to come back, we'll watch this video. And what we had planned to do for this episode was just go over the history of Sierra and my entertainment career by showing video and showing pictures. So I don't want to show any video of either one of us yet until she comes back, because I'd like her to comment on it a little bit. But here's something very interesting that I found that I think everybody in the audience, and when Sierra, yeah.
Hi.
I can hear myself
Can you hear me?
as an echo.
Well, it might be time for me to sign off. I'm really sorry.
Try to charge your headphones and then come back with us. Okay. All right. Yeah, try to unplug and replug or restart everything and try to come back. Like I said, we will get most of this stuff figured out for in the future, and we'll get this running smooth eventually. Yep, that's mainly how some of these thingy-mabobbers go when you're trying to do live. So let's watch a funny video while we're waiting and seeing if maybe, and if not, then we'll go from there. I keep forgetting I got to do it through this thing first, and then, yeah.
Is there any way you guys can hear me over my phone?
Well, we can hear you now, so we're okay. So just watch the video.
Okay. Sorry.
No worries. It's okay. It happens.
This guy looks Australian. Is he Australian?
My professional record is 11-2.
Oh, no.
I have fought in bare knuckle boxing. I fought in MMA. I have fought in pretty much all the combat sports: kickboxing, Muay Thai, boxing matches, pancration. I've done a little bit of everything, and I'm very well.
So he'll talk about it, but we need to break things up so we don't get struck as fast. This gentleman is a MMA fighter during the day and is a drag queen at night. So, yeah, so you're going to see him transform from that, and it's really awesome. So that's why I picked this to show us.
Thank you.
Well respected. The reason I started fighting was because
look at his throat. Fuck.
Stuck in that pretty heavy into drug use. And
Like
it was the first thing that really captured my attention, and it was so exciting and liberating to experience it that it really got me free of that other world. And it was just, as an adult, it was my number one passion until I discovered my other passion.
Yes, girl.
It's like, yes, queen, yes. Oh, girl, oh.
I cut my hold on. I cut my eyebrow this today, shaving my eyelids. So yeah, I know.
So the makeup I did, I've been growing mine out, and I was like, girl, you need to go back to shaving your eyebrows.
It's so much easier to just shave them off.
Yeah, just shave them.
Just shave them.
Just shave them. Fuck an eyebrow.
I occasionally hack at mine with a pair of blunt
Oh
scissors.
wow, he's really good.
What, Tusk?
So I occasionally hack at my eyebrows with a pair of blunt scissors just to annoy it. It really annoys me when I do that.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do like, for me like showgirl style or like drag style makeup, even if, because I have been exploring, I haven't posted pictures because I'm still working on it, but I haven't posted pictures about my drag king stuff. But I still erase the eyebrow and make a new eyebrow. As you can see.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. There we go.
There's little hairs. Like normally I would just shave it completely.
Yeah.
But I did do a little. Because I was trying to do like the alien housewife thing that I've been feeling, but that makeup is very hard, and I don't know. Do you, girl?
Okay, so Tusk, what does that mean?
Stoic.
Yeah.
It means you're resolute. You know, you can't be shifted. You're a determined person.
Oh, so it's just the word stoic?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I thought maybe you meant
in English, but
It's an archaic word. It's not used often these days.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like an underground term or if it was a gang thing or.
No.
I was raised religiously, and not in the Bible. It has a different term also.
Yeah.
Okay. If anybody, yeah. All right. Let's watch some more. There you go.
She's here.
Nice. Damn, and she's like tucking for real. Damn, Gina. That's the real tuck going on too.
Oh,
damn.
It's like
that's some sumo wrestler shit right there.
Yeah.
So my friends that have kids, when what was that? Momoa, the Disney movie about that like Momoan girl. Oh, jeez.
She is tucking like for real. Like that is not fun to do that. Oh my god.
You can totally feel bound there.
Oh man. That's where you're like tying something around your thing and putting up your butt. Like that's the whole like the real tucking.
So Slim and I will get into this in a different episode, but neither of us identify as non-binary, because he's definitely a dude and I'm definitely a chick. But then there's some things that we're like, oh, my balls, oh, my tits. You have tits? I didn't even know. You know, for example. Oh, but so this is what I want to talk about. So a lot of my friends that have kids. What was that Hawaiian movie? That Disney one?
It's
Mom.
Oh, I'm going to have to Google that now because it's Jason.
Well, a lot of, I don't know if it was international, but a lot of people like Karens, as we call them, like suburban white parents in America were like, they featured tattoos in a Disney movie. But I thought it was really cool that it was really accurate to like island culture, and it was part of the story. Like I love that like he sings a song and he's like, um the tattoos on my skin are parts of the story I'm in. So
That's
as
yeah.
the story of his life goes on, his tattoos kind of transform and morph with him, and I really like that. And Slim, I really hope that like as a cyborg in your heart, that maybe um technology will get to that someday. But I thought it was nothing to worry about. It was just educational. Go.
Yeah, I believe that's one of the movies. I don't remember the name off the top of my head. If anybody can remember, put in
Moana.
this.
Oh,
Moana.
Okay, I wanted to say Maori, but that's the tribe. That's not actually so.
The movie's called Moana. There's actually a wee aside. There's a brilliant video. It's with The Rock watching it with his kid, and he's singing along to his songs, and she doesn't know it's him.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe she's only like 3 or something. She hasn't worked it out yet.
yeah.
and he's like, the tattoos on my skin are a story of the battles I've been in.
Yeah. I love that. Those words, that phrase is great because that's exactly what being a powerful traditional person would be. They're very, very proud of the markings on their skin, whether it be a scar from being in battle, from hunting, or being tattooed or modified through different cultures.
Yeah.
And we will at one point go through different Aboriginal body modifications. Like I want to talk about the alligator men. I don't know if you.
Yeah.
And I agree, we'll get there. And that's been a nice thing with Slim and I's friendship. I don't choose to be tattooed in the way he is, but I only modify myself in the way I feel fit, and that's different than him, and he understands that, and I think that's really cool. I think I'm more modified than people think, but
Kind of a secret agent.
it doesn't have to fit a certain like aesthetic. I'm an alien housewife.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't need circuit board tattooed on my face.
Yeah.
Well,
I need your dick tattooed on. I'm sorry.
I was actually talking to Slim about that a while back about there's people that think if they're into a certain thing, if you're like into the biker subculture or the punks and that sort of thing, then you have to look a certain way. So they go out and get 6 piercings and 10 tattoos in a week so they look like one of us. And it's like, you can just be one of us. You don't have to look like us.
No,
It's not we're not in costume,
And you nailed on the head. That's why I appreciate him so much, and I love my other friends. And that's kind of been my voice, even in the slideshow community. I have a lot of like little blonde girls that are like, you can do things and I never thought I could do because I look a certain way. And both Slim and I have aligned ourselves, and that's why we have such a strong alliance and friendship, that you don't have to look any way than how you want to look. Maybe I don't look like a freak, but I am. But I want to look how I want, and he wants to look how he wants, and that's okay.
Yeah. It was that whole thing in the 90s with the kind of crossover of grunge and metal, where it was all these kids that they had to act as if they were really fucked up. It's like, you can just like heavy metal.
Punks.
You don't have to be some kind of degenerate misfit with like daddy issues, you can just like heavy metal. You know, it's fine. You know.
And or you don't have to try to imitate the actual crazy people.
Oh yeah, don't do that. You just
Don't go to a show.
The metal scene, I told Slim about this. I was having a hard time when I moved into my house because we had one roommate that was inviting all these like metal chicks, and I like punk and I like metal, but I like Lady Gaga too, clearly.
Yeah.
But they were like scared of me and like bullied me because I didn't look like them. And I thought, isn't punk and metal and sideshow about just being yourself?
Yeah, that's the whole thing, isn't it? You're not an individual because you don't look like everybody else.
I hated that about certain, like the punk scene was that way in San Diego. If you don't wear your chains and you don't wear your pants this way and you don't wear these boots and you don't wear your shirt like this, you ain't punk. And it's like,
Well,
wait, what?
You've kind of missed the point there.
Yeah.
Slim, you've heard the story. This happened to me. So I was with Curtis and his son. We were on a like day picnic thing at the Denver like Pride Parade.
Mm-hmm.
So his older son agreed to like watch the kid, and we decided to go to the goth club. And I was in a pink polka dot dress, and I ran into this like older kind of steampunk goth lady in the restroom, and I complimented her outfit, and she made fun of mine.
Yeah, of course.
And I went up to this like smoking area where my roommate at the time was, and I walked in on him telling her my sideshow background and what a good performer I was and all this shit, and all of a sudden she was super nice to me, and I was like,
I'm sure.
And that's why me and Slim get along so
I'm
well, because he doesn't give a shit about things like that. But I
And
think
I'm
it's
sure-
so shitty, like in the alt community, that someone would be like that. Like, I'm part of you. I'm here. So what if I want to wear polka dots?
I have had a handful, if not more, times where. Let me read Purple's real quick, and then I'll make this comment. Purple asks, "Can I be a degenerate misfit and not destroy my hearing with heavy metal?" Purple, all of us that know you're a degenerate misfit. So yeah, you're already on board with us. So yeah, honey, for sure.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to discern a lack of hearing for a lack of listening.
Yeah.
But
sorry, what?
If you mind me routing you out, Slim and I mostly listen to electro swing.
Yeah. And vaudeville. But what I was getting at is there's been a handful of times, if not more, where I've shown up in an event and I had people that were acting very, very rude to me until they found out I'm the headliner. They found out that I'm the MC, that I'm putting on the event. And then all of a sudden now they're sitting on my lap and asking me for things. And it's like, no, honey, get the fuck off me. You didn't even want anything to do with me until you found out I'm a somebody. And now you see that I look crazy and I'm a somebody. Now all of a sudden you want to be around me. No, fuck you, dude. If you didn't want anything to do with me before.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, but that's an easy way to weed people out. That's what I like about it.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And it's good to weed people out like that. And that as different as you and I are, that we both had like similar experiences. And it sucks when people act like that. Like, am I not okay enough because I'm not the headliner?
Yeah.
On the opposite side of that, my first day at university, when I was, well, the second time I was at university studying law, we're all sitting in the class waiting to matriculate, you know, and sign in and all that sort of thing. And I was just sitting myself, you know, and there was kind of a few people on the other side of the room looking at me, and you could see them kind of glancing over. And I think they must have drawn straws or something, and one of them lost. And they come over and they went, excuse me, this is for law. I think you might be in the wrong place. But, oh, you and I are not going to be friends at all.
May I ask a question? Were you semi-modified like you are now, or were you just dressed differently than they?
No, I was, let me think. I had more piercings at the time. I had maybe 12, 13 piercings in my face and ears.
What about your hands tattooed?
My hands. No, actually, I didn't have my hand tattooed at the time.
Okay, okay.
Right.
I don't know.
But
I don't know how you look.
I'm gorgeous. I'm absolutely beautiful.
let's just say that
I'm
he's
beautiful too.
yes. All of us that are here are in our own way, no matter what. The most that I can say is his hands are kind of like mine.
Yeah.
And then arms, and I don't know about face per se, or I don't remember because that scene was going on, and you know it was kind of fuzzy. Never mind. Let's talk about that later.
If people ask me what I look like, you know, when you're watching like a really bad gangster movie, and there's a guy in the background with the shaved heads and muscles all poking out everywhere. That's kind of what I look like.
That's what he looks like. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the closest I came, and I feel like I've already talked about this, is when I shaved my head completely. And people had a different idea about me and mistook my gender more than I'm used to. Like, even though I'm queer, I'm still femme. And that was like people not recognize me, not knowing my gender, not knowing who I am. That really sucked. I know I'm not modified in the ways you are, but I understand.
Yeah. I remember I was walking through town with my then partner, and we were both skinheads. And she was very feminine, but she had like a bomber jacket on and everything, her braces and her boots. And we're walking down, going to her wearing. And as we walked past a group of just guys, you know, standing outside the pub, we walked past and someone went, "Pair of queers." And she turned around and went, "What?" And unzipped her jacket and she had these enormous boobs. Just like the guy went, I thought you were a guy. What? And that makes it okay then, does it? And his mates are just laughing at him, going, "We can't tell the difference between a guy and a girl because she's got short hair." Is that the scope of your experience?
Yeah.
Short hair must be a bloke.
I think that Ciara-gray and I have been walking down the street, and I got called the girl, and she got called the dude. And we turned around and we were like, just because we look like this doesn't mean that's what sex we are, you know? Like,
and also, like you're like so.
I'm tiny, petite. Yeah, just say it. I know. I'm a little thing. Yes, you can say.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to like get the words. Like he's teeny. He's smaller than me.
Yeah.
He's so much stronger than me. And I don't know. He's like a dense dying star.
Yeah. I
So we're about the same size, but he's teenier. But you know what? Some things aren't that teeny.
Yeah.
No, not again. No.
And he is very strong, and I'm like, how are you this fucking strong? Just saying, you brought it up.
Okay, so I want to show something about plastic surgery right quick. We're just going to do like a 10-second thing. So there has been a rise in plastic surgeries since everybody's been home because of Zoom. So we're just going to do we're just going to do a small
I got
thing.
my plastic surgery right before that. Just kidding. Well, you know what it's,
Yeah.
it's true.
So my silicone implants that I got in my arms and in my hands, I got, and my microchips and magnets and everything, they all got implanted during. So all this stuff I did since the pandemic because I had time. I wasn't touring or I wasn't.
I got my lips redone.
Yeah.
And I
So
think to like eat healthier and get rested and hydrated.
Yeah, time to heal. That's what's missing most
Because
of the time.
in the off season I bartend, and you can't eat for like 10 or 12 hours, and it's hard to hydrate. So what I get so I get Juvederm, and that brings the water from your body into whatever area you injected. So that's why they last longer, because I'm not just working that off. Like, I can hydrate healthier and blah blah blah. But on with the show.
So this is TYT, and we're only going to show very short, and then we're probably going to have to cut this out of it maybe later. But I'm just going to show a very small section of this. I think is important to share.
Increased by 64%. Continuing on, this is from this one particular plastic surgeon. We have absolutely seen an increase in the number of surgical cosmetic procedures that people have been seeking, directly related to Zoom. The number one procedure that people have been coming in for is either their upper eyelids or their neck, because they see their neck either hanging on the camera or looking like a double chin.
Jesus.
So
just buy a fucking lamp.
So, okay, I think this is my wheelhouse for a second.
Yes, that's why I brought it up.
Thank you. So, I've had some surgery on my face well before all this. But it was very subtle, and I got a lot of flack for it. And in my mind, it was nothing more than a body modification, And this whole new thing, like, if you feel that bad on camera, who cares? Who are you talking to? Your family? Get a filter, whatever. Okay, bring it back around. So when I fixed my face, not fixed, but modified my face, this was in 2013. I did it really subtly. A lot of people didn't even notice, but it made me feel good, just like getting tattoos or other modifications might feel good. But now I feel like people are doing it out of desperation, and people accused me of that at the time. Like, I worked in the service industry. We both did, as in, like, we're in the public eye, and dudes would be like, why didn't you spend that money on your boobs? Well, I didn't need to, and I feel the need to. I just wanted to soften my face and make it how I wanted it to look. And it's just sad. And a lot of my old model friends, I used to model mostly like art stuff, but there was a time where I was doing like tattoo modeling when that was big. And these girls I used to work with are getting older, and the Brazilian butt lift is getting big, where they suck it out of your waist and put it into your ass, so everyone looks like this. And that's what sucks. Like, I'll never have that body naturally. No one will. and all these girls are thinking they have to. That's a
Uh,
body mod that sucks. But
I
everything
think
else,
plastics.
you know what? Cut your ears off, cut your nose off, whatever. But doing that just because that's the body standard for females now.
I think the plastic surgery like that, I was like vanity surgery, should come with the warning and say you look like a 40-year-old with a facelift. It won't make you look 30. You'll look 40 with a facelift. 40
Yeah.
with a facelift. Sorry. It doesn't change anything. You're not fooling anybody. If you want to do it, go ahead, but don't think you're fooling anybody.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the surgery I've done to my face is subtle, and then I did it because I wanted to look friendlier. No one told me to do it, and I lost friends. Like I said, I lost friends over it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a social pressure. It was something I really wanted to do, and I don't look freaky. I mean, if I hadn't said anything, I don't think you guys would even notice.
I didn't know what you looked like previous to the surgery, so I couldn't say. But now I'm looking, going, is it a chin implant? Have you got cheek implants? What, I don't know.
Makeup. No, I actually shaved my chin down. I have like even more chin, if you can believe it.
If you were to ask me what modification you were talking about, I would have said your ears are stretched. There's nothing that we can see that so yeah. But purple and the split tongue, we both have, which is fun to make out with each other. By the way, was really crazy.
If you've ever made out with someone else with a split, okay.
Oh, you.
If you have a split tongue, people always ask about sex stuff. We're not gonna go too deep into that. But as far as making out, I'm not a big maker outer.
Me neither.
Yeah, but when we made out with each other with split tongues,
yeah,
I was like, this is a total new experience.
Yeah,
I did it.
It's
I did
like
it
having
once.
a new sex part.
Yeah.
I did it once when I had my tongue split the first time with a girl who had hers done, and we both had piercings on each side.
Oh yeah,
and she had rings and I had bars, and it was like a fucking Chinese puzzle. We got so tangled up.
Oh man, but that would be so fun. Still, that would be
They
so.
were kind of stuck there going, okay, we haven't thought this through. Trying to fucking unpick our tongues.
Are you coming back? Purple said she stepped away, but has a marvelous question for us to talk about. So in Purple's chat, they were talking about intentional scarring of the body as decoration. I was a cutter as a teen. I'm into scarification. I do have a cauterizing pen that I practice on myself with. So if it's done the right, proper way, and it's done for self-improvement, for mental, yeah, and it's helping you mentally, I believe in it. What I did as a teen to myself was not safe and not proper. But if you go get scarification done or scalpeling done by a professional and you pay good money and have it done, I believe in it. And there are beautiful ways of scalpeling the skin. There is also solar branding, which is using a crystal ball or a glass ball to take the rays of the sun and focus them into a beam and then burn the skin.
Stuff I want to get done. I want to get some branding done. But there was one guy in Scotland was doing it a few years ago, but he left. He was getting a lot of hassle from the local council and religious groups and things like that. He had enough of it.
That's not
cool.
Yeah.
But eventually, I think I'll do what most everybody does at one point and just black out one arm and then get some cutting and some branding. That's probably what I'll end up doing.
I recommend that for people that have gotten things done on their body that they want gone.
Yeah.
if you can black out and then have scarification done over it, and you're going to get a black and white tattoo out of it, or a black and white image.
Yeah, you
I
get
guess
kind of
it's
flat
Women,
image.
when they
Yeah,
have to have a double mastectomy, get tattoos all over.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Like
there's
that.
and there are companies that do that. That's a wonderful thing for people that get mastectomies. Is that the right word?
We were talking about body mods, I think a couple weeks ago, and I've been really wanting, when the time is right, to get my belly button removed.
Yeah, my partner wants to do that as well.
Yeah.
I've been trying for years to get my doctor to authorise surgery to have one of my toes removed, and he absolutely refuses point blank to do it.
Get your
Which
dog. Oh, your dog
toe?
tattooed on you. Sorry.
Yeah, I want
I
to.
was like, your dog tattooed.
No, I've been wanting to remove one of my toes for about the last 15 years, and
Yeah.
they won't authorise the surgery because
Well,
it's cosmetic, and it's elective surgery. They won't allow it, and a plastic surgery is far too
it is very
expensive.
important that anything like that, um, you know, body mods kind of cross the line between cosmetic and need and surgery. And if the time's not right, it's not right. And I think that's really wise of you to choose the right time.
Well, I spoke to my doctor about it a few times, or various doctors over the years, and they said they have to get a psychiatric evaluation. They'll have to get a surgical consult.
Yeah.
The surgeon will say it's not necessary. It's a perfectly healthy foot, and then it goes to a psych evaluation, and they'll say, he has this. I can't remember the term. It's something like omnipotophilia. It's the desire to remove your limbs and parts of your body. And things.
Oh yeah.
And people get refused, and they end up doing it themselves with shotguns and things like that. Really ugly and messy.
And end up horribly maiming themselves.
Yeah. You get people that put their legs over railway tracks and things like that to get the leg removed because the doctor won't do it, and then they have to perform surgery on them, so they get what they wanted. And but the amount of pain would be. I'm not prepared to get through that. I'm a giant coward.
So yeah.
But as far as like other things, like I've forgotten the guy's name. What's his name? He's turned himself into the black alien, where he's cut his nose off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
The he she.
Yeah, they're going to have to tattoo the inside
where
of
it's
the
like
nostril because it
a
looks
skeleton.
fucking weird. Yeah.
You know what? If he wants to do that,
Oh, that's absolutely fine.
it freaks me out, but cool. That's
Okay, so speaking of that, this is I think this is who we may be speaking. Oh no, this isn't. But hold on. So let's talk about this gentleman right quick. I will find who we're speaking about because I know who that is. But I have a video of that. But let's watch this while we're already on the subject. While I look for that other video.
A lot of people mistake them Bums the Dragon and the Black Alien for the same person, but obviously.
Oh, it's the dragon. Yeah.
No, it's not Bums the Dragon. That's everybody
Yeah,
thinks Bums the Dragon.
There's a few people like that.
Cara,
Yeah.
Foi um processo muito pesado. A gente colocou uma base de ferro. Tudo na pegada do orc agora. Agora eu tô me tornando um orc infernal. A gente passa uma imagem, talvez pro resto da sociedade, meio negativa. Às vezes tá com a minha filha no colo e alguém me chamar de diabo.
Os filhos de Deus não podem ser pinchados.
Oh man, his jaw is cut open. Oh my god.
So that I don't mind so much. It's more the people that do it like a Skeletor.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. I'm okay with what you want to do, but that, like, when people do that, when it looks like Skeletor, That's
Yeah.
scary. That's scary to me. I'm sorry.
Well, see, you gotta
Like,
think
is,
that
like,
kids.
Slim's
You have to,
never been scary to me. Enigma's never been scary. A lot of people, but the
You have
coming
to-
out the nose.
you have to think that kids are gonna see you and how kids are gonna react to you, and if you ever want kids, that you're gonna have to deal with that with your kids. So that's one thing you have to think of before you make this apparent in the zeitgeist. Here's one more
Oh, and
person.
that's sorry.
No, say what you were gonna say first.
Oh, that's what's good about your look is like you're alternative, but you're not like frightening. People that like cut off their whole nose or do some shit like that. So we're on the same page. Go.
riguardo la società che a livello di apparenza può creare problematiche o giudicare
I cut this up a little bit because I'm not trying to show the whole thing so we don't get struck.
la società anche di probabili infezioni, perché poi può succedere.
They'll show her face in a second.
Oh, she's
per gli occhi.
There.
Ha fatto questa scelta, continua.
She did the whole lip plate, and no, I think it's cute. I don't want to live with the lip plate, but
You see, in modern society, the plate in the lip is simply not practical.
No.
When it was, I think it was Peruvian tribes, I think it was, that were doing it originally. That's where it came from. They lived in a jungle and they didn't have, to live in a modern society. So it wasn't the inconvenience for them as I think it would be. I mean, I know a couple of people have got it and they do complain a lot. Like they can't drink their coffee. It's like, well, maybe we should have thought that last time,
I first saw that like when I was a little kid researching like Ripley's Believe It or Not, anomalies, things like that. And I knew it was like a tribal like tradition thing, but I couldn't figure out the practicality of it. Like why, like other than like marking your women. Oh wait, now I remember.
Go ahead and keep talking.
I think it was one of those things they were wanting to protect their women from rape by making them less attractive. But that wasn't every tribe. That was like one tribe, and they're like, yeah, this is why they did it. But it like echoed across like a whole nation, and
I can do that. I can do that with a full keg. I can do that with a full keg.
Oh yeah, he's the best. Oh look, it's us when we get older.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I love when people say what your tattoo is going to look like when you're older.
Can we adopt
Same as they do now,
cat?
like a fucking boss.
Yeah.
Aww.
And do you think I really give a flying F what they look like at 80? I don't care what they look like.
Give a shit.
Everyone looks like shit when they're 80.
That's what I'm saying. Who cares? I love her head. I love the top of her head.
Yeah.
And then here's Vampire Lady,
From
who we all kind of yeah. She's not really a lawyer, and yeah, never mind. I still think she's hot, but
she messaged me the other day.
Oh, did she? You know who messages me is Lifto. Lifto messages me.
Me also.
Well, of course he messages you.
And Richie the barber. And
he won't message me anymore. He won't message me anymore after he didn't show up to the tattoo convention.
Yeah, I've heard he's kind of a dick.
Yeah. Unless you're a female, but that never mind.
So for the world to know, sideshow people are kind of dicks.
Yeah, most of them.
That's why me and Slim get along, because we're actually nice people. Oh, what the fuck?
I could not do this to myself. I could not do this.
No, that's
I have dry mouth all the time.
I've seen a few people with that, and it's, It's great when you're young and you're made of rubber, but you know, I don't want that when I'm 50, fucking 60 years old, you know.
Yeah, no, screw that noise. And then I talked to him.
I would be covered like that. Like
I've talked to him before as well.
And
Most
money and time
I can
wasn't
relate
enough.
to the Enigma in the way when he talks about why he got tattooed the way he did. He wanted to be solid blue because he didn't want to paint himself. And actually, as a kid, I'm not making this up. Even before I started performing, but I had that idea in my head. I wanted to be like lavender, and I was like, "Is there any way someone could tattoo me like all in lavender?"
But it's part of our culture and history in Scotland to be painted blue. The war paint, the Pictish war paint. So you've got a lot of people who, not a lot of people, but you know, more than you'd imagine in Scotland who have got a lot of like ancient tribal tattoos on their hands and face. It's like kind of that blue, and people look up and go, "Oh, where's that from?" Thinking it's some exotic tribe from the South Americas. It's like it's from here. This is your history, you know.
Yeah,
In the States, a lot of people do that. That's why, like, even my own tattoos, I keep them to like illustrative things that mean something to me, or an original design, or like something French. My family's Basque, so
I have a
Well,
handful of
but
native.
I don't like do things like that.
I have a
Things
couple
that
of friends that are artists where when people came in saying they wanted like a tribal tattoo, they refused to do it. You know, they're like, no,
Yeah.
go away. Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
part of that tribe. Don't get their tribal markings.
Yeah, because if you actually went there, they would kill you or take those tattoos off you. If you
Other enemies would.
I know a handful of different cultures that if you show up with a tattoo of something and you can't prove that, they take it off of you.
Yeah, I know a couple
And
of
not to
cultures
be
that do
dark, but
that.
I'm gonna be. One of my
Yeah.
like big fears in life is that the world will end and I'll be like some sex slave or whatever,
That's a pretty
or
specific fear.
slave, and or maybe I'll be a prisoner of war, and all I have is my tattoos. So that's why I want just like little stories I wanted and stuff to my culture. So, but like kind of um let's
So
see.
I
Yes. Uh like like you were saying, I would never appropriate someone else's culture. And it's not even appropriation, it's appreciation, but I imagine myself in one of those situations and I'm like, all I want is illustration from stories I like and stuff from my own culture and things I design myself, and that's it. Because I don't want to get in trouble for anything. Hi.
yeah. It's really funny when you see people get tattoos of stuff they don't understand the concept of the theme or what it represents. You're like, oh man.
Yeah, you just get it off the wall, take it out a bit and go, I want that one. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they just think some symbology of something looks good somewhere, but it's like, oh, you didn't do the research to understand that means something somewhere.
I suppose it's the same all across the world, but especially in the UK, maybe 10, 15 years ago, it was a big thing for the extreme right wing to get like tribal tattoos. It's like, you haven't thought this through, have you? You know, you're talking about white power where you're covered in Borneo tribal tattoos. You know,
Exactly.
you look
Which
like a dick. You know.
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny to see a skinhead. Let's not put it out. There's Enigma. There's Ramon. There's Enigma. So, oh
He still
god.
likes my photos.
Yeah, he likes mine every once in a while. So I lived with this fool for 2 years,
He's a
and he
gentleman
taught
man.
he taught me how to swallow a sword.
Okay. How do you teach you?
He apprenticed me. I mean, I just could tell in my body I wasn't meant to be a sword swallower, but I could do other things. Like like you do bigger things, Blockhead, but I'm one of the only people that can do both.
Yeah, sides. Yeah.
Things like that. And when I earned his respect, especially like I was saying about my looks, I don't look like a sideshow person, so I had to earn my way. But I felt like it was very important as an artist and a sideshow artist to be myself. And when I finally proved to him I could do all these things as myself, he was like, "Yeah, you're pretty good." And I was like, "Thank you, Enigma."
Yeah. Well, he's kind of an old man. He's an old man grouch.
Yeah,
So
there's some like especially the old timers or old
not
grouches.
not to put it not to put it bad, but you know how many young sideshow artists he saw get put in front of him. So he's had to like deal with fakes a bunch, and you and I obviously weren't, and that's why he worked. Yeah, and wannabes like saying they could, even though they couldn't. Like Kat Sason, his ex, she presented herself in a different way, and then once things happened, then never mind. But that's why he was so guarded.
I just heard so much about her.
Yeah, me too.
But on a better note, that's why you and I get along, is because like not only have we proved ourselves among some of the best, that we've prolonged and elevated the art to help others and teach others and follow our calling. And that's all we're doing. We're not trying to be elitist here. Come on.
Yeah. I always say I'm pretend famous, so I'm not here for the fame and fortune or the fortune of it. But let's keep watching some of this.
She's pretty. I like her. The eyes look good on her. I like the.
Yeah. I like most.
Her? Sorry.
No. It was a she. I like his face. Yeah, I like his face.
So cute. I like the.
So she's the most plastic surgery lady. She's got the most plastic surgery done to her herself, even though she doesn't look like it. But
she looks good. I mean, like I was saying, like people hated on me when I got plastic surgery, and I think I look better. I didn't overdo it. I just wanted to look a bit better, and I don't think that's wrong. It's just like getting a tattoo or getting braces.
So he lifted 47 pounds with his ears. I can lift 38. So
you'll get there.
Well, I stand on broken glass with it, so that's my claim to fame. Is that?
I wish we could video of that. Remember when you were holding me?
Yeah. We don't have video of it. We have photos of it.
Maybe we could redo it.
Yeah.
I don't have any photos. So.
I have. I'll share some of the photos I have from the thing we did in Colorado Springs.
No, that was in Vegas. Remember?
Well, I did it in Vegas, but we also did it in Colorado Springs a couple times as well. But I wish we had more video from Vegas together, but we didn't. There was a lot going on in Las Vegas that couple days.
It wasn't as organized as I would have liked.
No, there was no.
The record.
And I wasn't so. And I wasn't so.
So, how tall are you?
5'7".
But you're smushier than me.
Yeah, but I'm just really skinny. Yeah.
So I'm like 5'4", 5'5", but I got boobs. So what did we do? You held me in your arms.
Yes.
I jumped up, and then you jumped on glass.
And then I walk. Then I walk on glass. I can't jump. Wait. Maybe I did jump with you. Oh, we do jump. Maybe, oh, that's right.
I don't know. I have to watch.
It's been so long. That's what's so annoying about this hiatus is I don't remember our sets.
Or like, what do we do again?
So I think what I do is I think I step on the broken glass and then I have you rock yourself into my arm, and then I walk. Then I stand on one leg.
And then you have.
And I don't lift anything from my ears while you're in my arms. I just have you in my arms while I stand on broken glass on one foot.
You did something with the keg. I don't know. We don't know what we're talking about. Never mind.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we've integrated into our sets to do shows together.
So long ago, we're so old.
Yeah. So speaking of that, let's show a little bit of circus stuff right quick, and then we'll show a little bit of videos of me. And are you okay on time there, Trust?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's watch some circus, old school circus stuff, traditional circus.
To the magic world of sawdust and spangles. Come over closer, folks. Right up here. Or here's where the freaks and wonders are. Nick Charmer Extraordinary. And the hula hula dancers. To see the sideshows before the matinee goes on.
Let's leave them to buy tickets and let them go into the big top the ordinary way. I'm going to take you backstage where show folks perform. Here's where magic is made, where clowns create their official funny faces for your enjoyment, where they work hard twice a day before each show. Every clown an artist in his own right, rushing to be ready as soon as the whistle blows.
Is our chat broken? Nobody has messaged in a second. So everybody put something obscene in the chat so we can tell it's not broken. Did you want to say something, Sarah?
Oh, I was just laughing at them
Okay.
using the word artisan.
Yeah. Did you want to say anything, Tusk?
No, I'm just it's been a long time since I've been to the circus, but my overriding memory of going to the circus the first time when I was a kid was how much it smelled of shit.
That's the major thing. Yeah.
I was not prepared for it at all.
That's a major thing about it for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Once you watch this, because this is of the American circus, Tusk, I'd like you to let us know about if you noticed anything different, maybe that happened over there.
Yeah, and maybe we can touch on the differences, like on another topic. Here's my arm.
There's her pussy. So everybody say hi to Sierra's pussy.
It's a very tidy pussy. I like it.
Yes. It's so cute.
He's like, let me go, please.
So Blood Harlot in the chat put boobies. So thank you, Harlot, for being here.
Boobies.
So
See the boobies.
So look in the chat. She put in like the emoji, I guess would be for it, or the Irish. You did not follow directions. You did not put something obscene in the chat. So I will not let you get off until you put something obscene in the chat.
You did put something obscene in the chat.
And yes, Tusk did put something obscene in the chat. I was not even gonna mention it because that is like the worst word in the world.
Well,
cunt isn't even as bad as that word.
Irish did put something obscene in the chat. They wrote your name.
Oh yeah, okay. So my name is obscene. That's very true. Okay. So I will agree to that. So everybody else who's watching, put something obscene in the chat, and make sure you thumbs to ups of the things and with the stuffs and the. Well, we got 11 thumbs up, so that's good. Somebody thinks of things to put in the chat. Questions, obscene stuff. DM me your nude photos. If anybody wants to tip us, or exactly. So
more of that.
More of that, and our information. Our information. Speaking of that devil, our information Venmo and my PayPal. Sorry, Sierra's Venmo is in the description, and then my PayPal is in the description. So if you want to tip us or you want to send us some money, we will be starting a OnlyFans soon, where Ciara-Gray is going to make food, and then she's going to smash it on my body parts.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing? Yeah. Okay.
I'm really excited for
I'll
it.
suggest a few recipes.
Yeah, and then Tusk can give us recipes.
I've
So
been working a lot on my food page, but between you guys and me, I want to take it to the next level.
So,
if you're the kind of audience that watches this, then you're the kind of audience that would let me make Slim my smush boy.
yes. So that will be coming up soon. We will have that be posting those links soon. While all of you are pondering that inside of your skulls, let's get more to the circus.
The circus backyard, peopled by a big international family. An open-air backstage where every artist waits tensely for his cue or limbers up for his act, like this one.
Children of all ages, we proudly present a new edition of your favorite show. Introducing first, the Oriental Pageant.
Wish we'd had more time outside to see these people polish and repolish their act. Precision, timing, and grace. Watch her balance that glass of water on her forehead. You know, I've seen her miss this, but today she's fine. Control, perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Presenting the three-ring ballet of the elephant. 184,000 pounds of pachydermic pulchritude.
They shouldn't call her a pachyderm. Oh, they're talking about the elephants. Never mind.
No words are long enough or big enough to describe the way circus folks feel in their hearts about their elephant. The backbone and mainstay of every circus. And while the show goes on under the big top, the waiting goes on in the backyard.
Presenting Margot and her spirited team of the world's finest Liberty horses.
She does not look
You never guess
enthused.
that Margot's nervous,
No.
but she is. This is her first year at the show. She knows that the horses respond only to the crack of her whip. If she misses a single cue, the act.
Wait, who only responds to the crack of her whip? Her pets? The horses. Never mind. I was thinking her subs, but never mind.
We've talked about this before. There's certain circuses that treat. I don't think it was right to ban all animals from circuses. But there is a big percentage, I think, of circuses that were treating animals well and just like training them. And it looks like she's reluctant to do this thing, and the horses look reluctant also. I don't know a lot about horses. Trust me, I'm kind of afraid of horses.
Now, if a horse responds to the crack of a whip, it's because it knows what the crack of the whip means.
And that's a negative thing for sure. Yeah.
Pain. It associates it with pain. So that's why it does these tricks, because otherwise it suffers. This is why the circuses have stopped doing it. They've been made to stop doing it on almost all of the world now. You know, a horse doesn't do that naturally. You know, you can't convince it to do it. You have to force it.
Yeah,
I think you're absolutely right. I mean, there's definitely a difference between training animals and I don't know, the people that are like, get rid of all the animals. Like I teach my cat tricks.
There's different levels, and there's different levels. There's different.
And you can tell the animals don't want to be on.
Oh yeah, I used to, until a couple of years ago, I had a wolf hybrid, a huge, big, hairy beast of a dog, wolf thing, and he was very, very strong-willed, as you can imagine, as wolves are. But I had to be well trained to a degree. But that took a certain amount of what people would call cruelty, because I had to bend him to my will. I had to make him do what I said because he was huge.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But once I'd got him to come back, leave things when I said leave, that was it. That was the extent. You know, but I didn't force him to do tricks. I don't like when people do that. You know,
that's maybe part of a bigger conversation because everyone does that. We bend to someone's will.
Oh yeah, it's when we're it's like when you're a child, your parent can't reason
I
with
think
you.
there's
You
nothing
get
wrong
smacked
with
across the backside.
Yeah.
Like bending them to your will just so they don't like wreck your house or.
Absolutely.
Like for example, Luna, we let her be like super independent, and she loves us the more for it.
That's why I like the human dead bodies in my basement, because they don't talk back. They just lay there until I want to play with them. No, sorry, never mind. What were we talking about?
The dudes are damn well told.
They just lay there, so never mind. So speaking of that devil, let's watch a little bit more.
Will be ruined. You can be sure she appreciates your applause.
See, that's awesome.
It's like that lesbian wrestling porn, but like cooler.
While every kid wishes he could roller skate like this, the next act is waiting backstage.
That's what she said.
But I'm.
Stand by.
Human butterflies.
Human butterflies.
That's what they are, all right. These granddaughters of
Isn't that
the
awesome?
queens of yesteryear.
They did something
Who's
like
back
this.
there, he'll revive it.
I never
in
seen
spite of
Cirque
its
du
great
Soleil,
name.
but Craig took me to see this.
This is the traditional and beautiful Iron Jaw act.
To see what?
Cirque du Soleil. I never seen Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah.
And it was that one where the Italian one where it's like his death procession.
Okay.
And they did something like this, but it was all like teenage girls, and we were like, "What the fuck? Those girls are like 10 years old." Like, but in a good way. Like,
yeah.
Fucking talented. Oh, no. I like this guy. Oh, it's Brent Fiasco.
Yes, Fiasco.
The kaleidoscopic whirlwind of cycling and acrobatic sensation.
Backstage, the ballet has made
one more
costume change.
Nice.
Now they're standing by for yet another dangerously high aerial spectacle, which follows the clown parade. The high perch act.
What the fuck?
The epitome of poetry in the upper reaches of the canvas dome.
What? Wow. I didn't vet all these videos, right? I didn't watch all of the stuff in these videos. That's crazy.
The show goes on.
Okay, we just have to stop for a second. Did everyone see that craziness? Like, I don't know how the top was held per se, but
the only thing
what?
I can equivalent to that is one time when I was a pole dancer, we decided to do this trick for Halloween where it was like 5 of us stacked up, lining like this on like a pole, like a dancing pole. And we were like, we can't believe we're doing this. That's the only thing that's even come close to doing this.
That was crazy. I've done teeter-totter.
In my basement.
Yes, that I helped build, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's that one.
Parallel bars.
You could try it out anytime.
Clown.
Yes, yes.
Is this like a acrobatic BDSM or?
That was pretty kinky. So I'm adding somebody in right now, and everybody has to say hi, but then we also have to give a virtual spanking to them for joining us so late. Hi, Ed.
Hi.
Hi. You said whenever. You can't say whenever you like and then make conditions.
No. You are correct, but you're getting a virtual spanking from all of us for being so late.
Oh, okay. I'm cool with that.
and Tusk is here as well. I'm sure you're watching and you know, but yeah. So,
So am I actually getting spanking later?
I hope so, and I hope I get to see the photos. I mean, I do have a video camera in everybody's house as an FYI, so I get to see anything anyways. But to bring you up to speed, we're watching acrobatic circus thingy mabobber. So let's watch.
A good circus show seems simple
Oh.
and spontaneous.
Oh, they didn't show her flipping. Oh, okay. I see what she's doing now. Okay. Yeah. So that's how me.
But my fear of horses would get in the way.
So that's how me and Microraptor play. And Microraptors. Never mind. Sorry, I gave too much information out. Sorry, Micro, if you're listening now.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Can you give me 5?
Yeah.
All right. Let me exit. And
We'll keep watching this. Make sure you meet. Well, never mind. I got it. I'll mute you until you come back.
Presenting a beautiful Ford Ballet extravaganza of the air. The daring and thrilling.
Dang, look at how many people that was.
The bruises.
Yeah, for sure. No, honey, the rope burn.
Oh.
Yeah, that too.
The ring is being made ready for some special event.
Aww.
Presenting the coupling, dancing, somersaulting artist on the silver strand.
Do it.
Felino,
Do it.
Originator of the famous forward somersault.
Do it. Oh.
No, he hasn't changed.
Ow. Fancy dancing there, man. Look at that. Yeah.
I do not. My dyspraxia could never.
Always unpredictable.
I couldn't do that on the floor.
Yeah, no. Have fun with that. You know how many hours?
Oh, that's a lifetime to get to that stage, isn't it?
Yeah, the tightrope is very, very difficult. I've tried it many times and I cannot do it. So that is insane. This next thing is one of the fun things that we all enjoyed as a kid, and I wish I could find out a way to do. And I actually have seen 2 people do this act.
Presentation of the day. The outstanding circus thrill of all time. By human projectiles. Now go and Silvana Nagini. Shot from the mouth of this monster cannon.
Oh, there's two of them. Wow, son of a monkey.
Now I love and hate that idea.
Okay, well, there we go.
Well, you see, when we started watching about the differences between the circus and the UK and Europe, it's the same circus, and Americans, there's a few things that stand out immediately. But how showbiz the American circus is.
Yeah.
It's very, very showbiz. It's all very step right up, you know, that kind of, it's all bullshit, glitz and glamour, you know, with the pocket picked, and that's fine, you know, that's the circus. The audiences at American circuses are far more polite than they are in the UK. See,
Okay.
at the beginning, it was showing you people, you know, I think it was Chinese circus, the cups and balancing act with the cup and saucer. Right, I went to see the circus a few times when I was a kid. I remember one time there was people in the audience shouting, "That's a bloody fix! Those cups have got holes in them!" and boo, you know, shouting out how the tricks were done, you know, and. The clowns in American circuses are nowhere near as violent and as menacing as they are anywhere else. You know, because the purpose of the clown is to frighten you, essentially, and make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But in American circuses, it was more about child friendliness now. You know, they'd come over and play with the kids and give them balloons and things. Here they come up and pour water over you.
Yeah.
You know,
Pop your balloon you just bought with your pocket money.
yeah. In American circuses, they would come over with a bucket of shredded paper and pour it over you, thinking it was whitewash. Here, they would literally just whitewash it.
Yeah.
They'd take a brush out and paint your face.
Yeah.
But we're nowhere near as litigious as America, so
Yeah.
no one ever got sued for doing that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But the circuses here weren't nearly as big, so the acts were necessarily better, I think. In America, this is no disrespect to the American performers.
Yeah, no,
but
we understand.
They had to put on such a big show that a lot of what you were watching in American circuses, especially back in the 50s and 60s, were warm-up acts. You know, they were fifth on the bill. They were never headline acts. They should never have been in, you know, the big top, you know.
Yeah.
You know, anybody at one point that could juggle was in the circus. You know, but because our circuses here, by the time it was the 50s in America, our circuses were 200-300 years old, so they were much more mature, they're more practiced, and they were very more focused on tumblers. You know, a lot more gymnastics and a lot more animal acts, but not animal trickery.
Yeah.
You know, it was like the horses, now the dancing horses, that sort of thing. But this all comes from the fall of the Russian Empire. You know, there was the Russian military, the Cossacks, who had nowhere to go with their horses, but they were expert horsemen, so they moved into the circus.
Slim, I don't know if you have a comment, but something that rings true for like American culture for a long time is a lot of lying. Like, we don't want to appropriate animals or appropriate anything, but we're the ones being appropriated, and it really sucks. So, in its own way, America has been a circus for the last bit of time.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's
your
not
politics
due
is
to us, like
absolutely
common people or artists, especially. It's not due to us at all.
You know, American TV. There's a thing I like to do with Americans that I meet that have come over to study at university or whatever. I say to them, right, don't drink coffee, don't drink alcohol, don't smoke if you can, for 2 or 3 days, right? Then sit down and watch the television watching an American TV show, and you watch and you go, "Oh my god, this is shit! This is absolute garbage." But
Yeah,
because you're so wrapped up in the culture, you don't notice it until you come away. How cheap it is, how cheap the sets look. You know how glitz and show busy, and Vaseline on the teeth the host is.
yeah.
It's really, really awful. But it's because it's such a massive country. You
It is,
know,
and I think that's something maybe I'm sure you seem so familiar, but a lot of foreigners don't realize we're so big. We're like 4 countries melted into one.
yeah,
Each region has its own culture, its own food, its own like climate. Like well, I was telling you, Slim, for my surgery, I went to Portland and I had never been to that part of the country before, even though I'm from the West Coast. And I was like, I've never been in this fucking climate before. I had a
yes.
Home Alone moment.
I think that's why a lot of Americans never leave America, because you don't have to. You can find everything you can find in anywhere else in the world, somewhere in America.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah. If you want
That's
hot
why we
desert,
spoiled.
yeah, you go to Mexico. If you want, Arctic tundra, you go to Alaska. If you want the beach, there's everything you need. You've got mountains, lakes, rivers, jungles. Everything's there. But it's because it's such a massive
Plus we have
country and so
Alaska,
diverse.
plus we have Hawaii.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's such a huge and diverse country, then the entertainment is necessarily aimed at the lowest common denominator. There's no point in putting on a highbrow show if 90% of your audience aren't going to watch it. So
Yeah.
you put on The Shine and hope no one scratches the surface too deep.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay, so let's break up some of this and switch subjects right quick. I think since Et jumped in, I think this is a perfect time to show this. It is, huh? Oh, are you here with us there, Et?
No, I'm like, huh? Like, what? What are you gonna show?
No, I know. So this is talking about the transgender stuff thingy-mabobbers they just did in the Americas. And then there's some statistics about trans and other subgenres or subcultures in America.
Like non-binary things.
It is just a quick news report that talks about the Equality Act that just passed. It doesn't delve deep into it, but it just gives us a little idea, and then we can talk about it a little bit, and then I think we should show some photos and videos of us performing before we end.
Oh, I'd like that. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't hear.
Protections to lesbian, gay, bisexual,
Oh, there we
and transgender Americans. This comes as a new study finds that more Americans than ever are now identifying as LGBT. Here's a look.
Is there everybody here now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
By the numbers. 5.6% of U.S. adults say that they are lesbian, gay, bisexual, and or transgender. That's according to Gallup. Now, that's the highest since Gallup started polling on this issue back in 2012, when the number was just 3.5%. And if we just look at young adults, so-called Generation Z, 15.9%, or nearly 1 in 6, say that
That's pretty high.
That's compared to 9.1% of millennials, 3.8% of Generation X, and just 2% of baby boomers who identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. Now, taking all generations together, the majority, 54.6% of those who identify as LGBT, say
that is actually really awesome. Well, at least this study says 54.6%. That doesn't mean that half of everybody is, but it's just saying the numbers are higher, or there's that many people that are saying that they are willing to express themselves as not cis, I guess is the way to put it, right?
They're bisexual.
Oh, did anybody else want to say anything before
Sorry, maybe also cis and straight.
Well, I thought cis was
Some
straight.
people,
I think they're interchangeable.
it can
I think
be
it's up to the person
cisgender.
where they're at in their transition.
It can be cisgender, but it can also be, you know, cis as in like straight also. It's a bit, you know, to and fro.
So I thought it was interchangeable, I think is what I. And if not,
Really, because I've gotten a lot of flack. Like, remember when I was saying those girls were bullying me?
Yeah.
Saying that I cook and clean. Like, I'm lucky to have like a committed partner since COVID.
But that doesn't mean.
And I genuinely do like to cook and clean and keep a nice house as much as I can. But these girls were bullying me, like, oh, he's forcing you. But like, he's I like Frank.
If you're a chef, then
he's the first like cis male white partner I've had. Maybe besides Slim, because we've been partners before, but we'll always be partners in a different sense, yeah. But anyways,
yeah. I don't know if I consider either one of us cis, though. You know,
me when these girls were like making fun of me just for cooking and cleaning, and I like the color pink, and but I'm not like I'm not one to be told what to do, you know.
A person can be whatever the hell they want. If they want to clean and cook, then they want to clean and cook. That also may be your version of your love language as well. Like Tusk, sorry if I'm being inappropriate here, but Tusk's love language is to cook and look after the house sometimes. That's his love language.
What do you mean sometimes? I do everything around the house.
But anyways, it's
sweet, and I really like that because sometimes I take care of everything, and
well, the big difference is if you do it out of your heart or you're being told to do it, and that's where the difference becomes the problem. If there is somebody telling you to take off your shoes, get in the kitchen, and get pregnant, male or female, let's just it's bad. That's bad.
But that's the thing is, like, people have this image, but like, you've been to my house, and I like.
Girl, I know you're the man sometimes. I know, girl.
No, but you were the man, and like, our roommates were not being so nice to him, and he like rescued the dog, and then I like woke up from a nap, and he was like shooting the shit with my partner.
That was a fun day. That was a really fun day.
The dog got stuck behind the hot tub. And remember, my roommate she's shortly after you came over.
Can I explain something right quick? Okay, so I don't know how the dog got, the fireworks were going off for New Year's. So the dog got stuck behind the jacuzzi.
Oh no.
Like wedged. And me and of course the roommates, her roommates were freaking out and crying, and that's fine. That makes sense. But I actually got down and pulled the dog out from between, got bit so many times. And
you're still rude to him.
And then afterwards, they thought that I was trying to sleep with fucking homie's girl. And it was like, bro, if I wanted to sleep with her, I would have already done it.
Like, I'll pay you I literally, okay. I don't know if you weren't there, but he doesn't live here anymore. But the guy that was the most rude to you, I threw $3 at his face, and I was like, sorry that my friend.
I drank a PBR of his. I drank one PBR of his.
One of ours, but it was our roommates, and he was like, and that kid you're hanging out with, and
And I was like, and I literally threw $3 in his face. And I was like, do we have a problem?
That's the whitest story I've ever heard.
It is.
The
It
dog
is.
He
got
doesn't
stuck-
live here
It
anymore,
really,
for the record.
the
really
dog
is.
got stuck in the
He doesn't live here
jacuzzi. You
anymore.
drank one of his paps.
Yeah, no, exactly. That is like so like.
That's pure suburbia.
Yeah. It's redonkulous. And then after,
one.
And I'm so sorry.
and then later on, we were
But
all
you
in
know
the
what?
jacuzzi.
Now I'm the lady in my house.
Yes, you totally are. But what was
I
even
kick
funnier
those
is,
people out.
and later on in the night is, we were all naked in the jacuzzi, and he kept grabbing his girl, the girl he wanted to be with, which she wasn't with, and kept putting it on her lap because he kept thinking I was trying to steal her. I'm like, I saved your dog. We gave you money for the PBR that I drank, and now you're trying to pretend that like we're not having a good time.
And then they were just so rude to him. And I was like, and I wasn't getting along with like that crowd of people. That I used to
Anyways,
with
yeah.
anyways. But I was like, dude, this is like my bestest friend. Like, can you
Yeah.
nice? Like, my mom just died.
Yeah,
My
that
best
too.
friend's coming over.
Okay, well, anyways, let's get on.
Sorry.
Let's get on with this, and we'll show a little bit of a video of me, and then
And finally,
we'll go from there.
224 to 206. That was today's House vote passing the Equality Act, a top agenda item for President Biden, but it still requires 60 Senate votes to become law.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
So, I believe it actually did pass, because that was a week ago, maybe. So I'm almost positive that did actually pass. So good thing for us. I can wear a dress and go into a bathroom of my choice, and nobody's gonna freak out. And if they do, well, I can knock them out. But anyways, no. One of the things I want to mention again, and I think I mentioned this on somebody else's stream and not on ours. In Denver, there's a lot of unisex bathrooms. There is not very many, just one or the other kind of. There's a lot of unisex. So where we live, we don't have to deal with that as much. Like if I was to wear a dress and I wanted to go into the women's bathroom, even if I had my goatee, there would not be very many people to be like, what the fuck is going on? Because at that point in time, I technically identified as a woman. Honestly, I do it on the length of the bathroom line. But no, I'm just kidding.
See, I had that moment when I was in drag for the first time outside. I was in an LGBTQ plus venue, and like it was a safe space built by and for,
Yeah.
And I went in, I was in drag, and nobody blinked, and I was like, okay, this is good. So, the response you kind of want, like nobody to totally freak out.
Yeah.
So then, like a couple of drinks go down, I get a little bit tipsy, like because I'm a lightweight. And I waddle to the bathroom. I'm just standing staring at both, like the two bathrooms. Like, shit, where am I meant to go now?
Yeah.
And I turn around to my drag mom, and she just goes, wherever you feel comfortable right now, you go there. Nobody's gonna do or say anything. And I was like, oh my goodness. And I was like, I just suck that manly tear back into my face. I'm gonna continue, and I'm gonna like use my little shiwi and pee in the stall like a big boy.
Well, see, lightweight, yeah. See, that's why I'm really open to unisex bathrooms. The only problem that I don't like is when I'm taking a shite and women walk into the bathroom. It's like, oh, damn it. It's like, like other than that, I don't really care.
Yeah, you're not doing a little dainty women shit. You're doing a big man shit. That's
Yeah, you're like, I just ate some like horrible food, and I can't,
I'm surrounded by shit.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing that I'm trying to, get at is it's just like.
Here's the thing, though. One of these when America surprises the world, right? Because if if you were to ask anybody outside of America, right, where they thought there would be a whole bunch of gender-neutral bathrooms and restrooms, so I don't know, San Francisco, maybe New York, no one would say Denver, Colorado.
No.
Nobody.
No.
Slim, have you ever I know you don't necessarily do drag, and I don't necessarily do drag, but I have been mistaken for a dude and been in that situation in a bathroom. Has that happened to you when you've been wearing women's clothing?
Oh yeah, totally. What's really funny is when I wear a dress and I go to the urinal.
Like panties?
Well, because, or my panties, because like people come in and people come in and they're like, "How's this chick?" Oh, what up, dude? You know what I'm saying? Like at first they think I'm a chick because like from the back, I could look like a female, and especially if I have a bra on, or you know what I'm saying, like when I'm dressed as one, but I'm at the urinal.
I'm
so
sorry, I know so many people are like offended by the word panties.
Oh no, that's a nice word. Panties.
I like
Yeah,
it.
you
Oh,
have to look at fucking Slim's junk in those panties.
That's way better than trousers. Yeah. Ooh.
Anyways, what?
It's way better than calling them trousers. Take off your trousers. It's like, that's my underwear, and never mind.
See, there's panties and boxies.
Okay.
What are boxies?
Oh,
Wait,
we've
what?
got so many different words for your underwear.
Boxer shorts.
Oh, okay.
Your grundies, your trolleys. You know, there's just on and on.
Okay, everybody in the chat, put every nickname that you have for negligees, and we'll see how many we can get. And while that's happening, we'll have Sierra just say mouth as many words for underwear as she can while I go get another beer.
You guys can still hear me. I'm just mouthing different words for underwear, so.
No, but we need you to like say it a little bit, like panties. You got to put a little bit of audio in it. Just do a little bit of. Yeah, there you go. While I get a beer, I'll be right.
You sing like Barry White's "Baby Blue Panties" or something.
Boxer briefs. Granny panties.
Oh, hide your cooch. No, that's what they should be called.
All right, I thought you were saying this. Yeah.
No, sorry. Upper decker, flopper stopper.
And Vogue, and Vogue, and Vogue, and Vogue, and Vogue.
I'll do the British version of that. Long johns and trousers.
Okay, so everybody in the audience was hard or at least stimulated until Tusk spoke, and then everybody has gone the opposite way.
And I'm like, hide your cooch. There's also the age-old upper decker flopper stopper for a bra.
Gosh darn it!
Can I go get a beer?
Skid marks in your
go get a beer.
Thank you.
Lubricate.
And crackers.
Lubricate.
Okay.
We had a thing in when I was a kid. It was called getting skinty. Well, it's just like it's a typical kind of hazing thing, you know, where you'd be standing with your mates at school would go, "That girl really likes you." You go and talk to her, and, no way, and they'd push you, and you'd walk up to a crowd of girls, and one of them would knock behind you and whips your trousers down. You know, and you're standing there. But in a while they would get it wrong and you go too far, you know, and they pull both down.
Did you call it?
Been there, done that. The only problem is I scared everybody away. Never mind.
Did you call it skegged?
It was getting skegged or getting skanky.
Yeah, we on this side said more skegged.
Yeah, you live on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you live on the wrong side.
I do now.
Gang war now, gang war. We'll
Okay.
kill you.
While we're waiting for Sierra to get a drink, one of my friends, he is missing his hand, but he has spent 10 years building a cyborg hand for himself so he can function in society or function around stuff. So I want to show everybody this right quick. And then we'll talk about some other weird crap. But I think this is something we should share.
Update on what I've been doing during my hiatus on YouTube.
Wow.
My daily driver for half a year or so, taking notes on the idiosyncrasies that I wasn't super fond of, or things that I saw that could just use some general improvement. I started working on a design for a new hand back in September or October of last year, and after many designer meetings and concept run-throughs, I came up with this. It's still got quite a ways to go until it's a complete and functioning unit, but I thought it might be interesting to show the design fabrication process as it happens, to really give an idea of what it takes to build a hand like mine, instead of coming in at the end and showcasing a finished project without any real scale of the amount of time it takes to get there. My goal would be to show you the highlights of the process and still keep it something that would be worth your attention without turning into YouTube pulp. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Thanks for watching.
Wow. That's much.
So give me a second to get to his video, and I will share a link of that video so that everybody can go and check it out and go subscribe to him and follow him on his journey, because he said only a year, but he's actually been making a fake hand for a while now. Let's just say 5 years. I thought it was 10, but maybe it's not that long. But he's been working on a pulley hand for a long time, and he's come a long way. So I definitely wanted to share that for sure.
So I like to watch that sort of thing. Though he's lost his hand for whatever reason, or if he was born that way, I don't know. He's going, right, I'm going to make this, and he spends a
I think
few
that
years.
makes a difference, kind of like when people are born blind versus when they become
Yeah.
blind. Something like that.
He spent time in the shed, with his own tools.
Yeah.
He built that thing, but now that can be marketed. That can be applied. And he may have just changed the lives of so many people. It's incredible.
And that's what we're hoping for medical advancements like that, is for people like him to come up with these designs. I don't think I have enough time right now. I may look it up, but there is a 3D printing company that makes fake arms for African children. So children in Africa that are born with no arms, or they lost their arm for some reason. Sepsis, an alligator, whatever. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what sepsis, and stuff like that. For like $100, they can get an arm, and normally a fake arm is $2,300 or more. So, giving the opportunity for these parents to put a little bit of money away or to get the funding, because actually I think this is and that's why I want to show it. Hopefully I'll find it. They actually raise money to get arms for children in Africa that have missing limbs. Right now it is a 3D printed arm, and it's the extend thing where when they put it out, it closes. So it's a very basic form of an arm. And I'll show this in the future, but there are elderly members of these tribes that have never worked a day in their life because they can't carry a basket. They can't do anything. Now they have an arm, and now they're functioning members of society. Now they're actually at 60 years old. They're doing things. They're like cooking and doing things. So instead of just sitting around and having the community work for them or help them, now they can actually be a contributing member. So I'll try to look for that, but that's one of the things why I wanted to show the hand, is because it's an advancement in this technology.
After what you said, you're clearly passionate about it, and that's something that will help humans. Sorry, I get tics sometimes. That's something that will help.
If anybody in the chat knows what I'm speaking about and can send a link so I don't have to research, because I want to show a video and I'll try to research while I'm doing that. But we will talk about more of these advancements in technology in the future as well. Like we had a micro on, we talked with her. We'll have other people on. If we can, anybody out there in the future that's watching, if you have any medical technology implant, fake arm, fake limb, or anything like that that you want to talk about, please let us know and contact us so we can talk about that in the future. So look in the description to get more information about us. But while we're waiting for me to look up more crap, I'd like to show one of the first promo videos that I made in 2012. So is anybody interested in watching that?
Yep.
So this is me as a young cyborg. So here we go. And before we watch this, oh gosh, Sierra knows this.
I know it's hard watching yourself on video. It's okay, baby.
Well, but you're the one who knows this before everybody. And actually, some of you will maybe know this. My nickname was Slim Fady before it was Slim Cyborg. Because I'm
that to yourself.
Sorry.
Well, so I grew up in the ghetto, and my friends called me Slim Fady because I was the skinny white boy that smoked weed. So I was given that nickname in the ghetto. And before I changed my name to Slim Cyborg, because I'm a cyborg now, that was my ghetto name growing up. So everybody have lots of laughs at that, and I'm sure we can make some memes of that later and talk about it. But here we go. Enjoy.
Freaks inside, be amazed in wonderment. Step right this way, live freaks inside, be amazed in wonderment. See the skinny skeleton man, feisty Siamese twins, sexy snake woman, beautiful bearded lady.
Look at how young I am. I'm such a little kid.
Look how much you look like Dave Navarro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot this act.
This would be thing of one of the performers that was called Rose West. Yeah. There's a couple in the UK about a decade ago called Fred and Rose West who were like serial killers.
Yeah.
To see that name pop up, you're going, oh fuck.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the death scene we used to do. We used to kill a live girl on stage. Hiding the bodies was annoying after so many shows.
Solved a couple of problems.
There's the wheel of death.
Oh, I am making this out of my house.
See the skinny skeleton man.
God, this is so long ago.
Are you saying China? Oh, that's
The unbelievable blockhead, painless human pincushion, and devious fire.
Oh man.
Oh, you're a record.
Yeah.
My roommate's here.
Say hi. Hey. Okay, so everybody get ready for the murder scene.
Everyone get ready for the murder. My roommate Eric really to turn on the light. We don't mind doing it.
Wait, what?
My roommate would like to make some lunch, so I'm turning on the kitchen light. That's all.
That's fine. Yeah, no worries.
You're
Yeah.
so young. Oh my gosh.
Like I know. Look at I was like a kid and shite.
Little baby Slim.
Aww. Before all the tattoos.
That's what's missing.
Yeah. There's no tattoos.
Right this way, life freaks inside. Be amazed and wonderment.
And that's a G string, just to let you know.
Right this way,
God, I miss her. I miss her so much. No, never mind. What? Huh? Okay. So that's my first promo video that I made for my freak show. So yeah.
Well done.
Yes. You don't have any links to any videos you want to show, do you, Sierra?
All I've got
Is with the unmentionable one.
Well, I told you this. I had a strange transition between Serene and I getting together.
Yeah.
And burlesque. I started getting bored of burlesque because I was doing stuff that was kind of sideshow, or I didn't know I was doing sideshow, but I was just doing stuff.
Yeah.
And the burlesque community didn't like that. And then I kind of felt a comfort when I got together with Serena, but I was
unfortunately, she got you first, but you got way more places with her than me, so I'm glad you found her first.
Okay, this is not about that. Like, let's just say,
I think you were fortunate to get
me. She just wanted a clone of her.
I know.
The end of our show was due to her, like, moving on and wanting to be with her family.
No, what she did is she got too big of a head on her shoulders and she thought she was better than us, and she pushed us all away. Even Enigma she pushed away and thought she was better than all of us, and then she found out she didn't have anything anymore.
Important phone call, sorry.
Go for it. No, yeah, go for it.
Sorry.
I'm gonna move here for just a second, and then yeah. So while we're speaking of this devil, you all can stay up for another like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. So here's when me and my troupe performed at the zombie crawl 2011 is when this was. So again, when I'm really, really young and naive, and I didn't know that you needed more lube than normal. But we'll figure that out later. I mean, what did I just say?
Oh, is Dave gonna get in trouble now?
Probably. And this was the music we used for doing this. The DJ played the wrong song.
We're gonna need you all. You go and count to 3. All right, everybody.
Okay, if you don't know, they're playing Lords of Acid Sit on My Face right now in the middle of Old Town Square in Fort Collins because the DJ played the wrong song.
1, 2, three. One more time, folks. 1, 2, 3.
And then there's a bunch of blood under my. Never mind, they don't show it.
All right. Yes.
Ouch.
I was that kid.
Would you, do you think it's time for me to eat something? I'm a little peckish. I've been working all day. I haven't had anything to eat, so I think I'm going to eat something for all of you right now.
Slim Fady has an impeccable taste in music, as we're about to see. The boy needs some food.
I have to know, what record was it?
Oh, good stuff.
He talks about it. Hold on.
Can you believe it?
Just everybody listen. Hold on.
Music is the food of life, folks. Now he's gonna go and do something even more there here.
Did he not say? Oh, he didn't say it. He's supposed to say Slim has an impeccable taste for music.
Yeah, he said that just before.
Okay,
But I'm desperate to know what record it was now.
So normally we say Christmas records taste the best because it tastes like Christmas.
Ah, okay.
But what he didn't say is Norm after he he didn't say it. After Slim eats this, it comes out as a compact disc as a Justin Bieber album because it's shit. But let's keep going anyways. That's what it was supposed to be, the joke. But he does a lot of meth, and that's why I kicked him out of my troop. So whatever.
Beer bottles, folks. Soda pop.
Are y'all ready for this one? I want to hear it.
Qualifying. Oh man. No.
Is that sugar glass or real glass?
He's going to do this very carefully. He's got to go and get
Yeah, it's sugar glass.
past the larynx without lacerating his throat. Get it on down there. What a mess.
Was it tasty though?
That's amazing.
Well, it's made out of sugar, so yeah.
Yay! I want to do that.
Anyone want to verify?
And she drops it in the water.
Oh, sweet baby, you can't be mad.
And this dude is such a crackhead, he actually still uses the needle that gets dropped in water that's in a public fountain.
Oh,
no. Oh, bless her wee heart. She's absolutely gutted.
Yeah, no, poor... It's not her fault at all. She should not feel bad. I mean, I know why she feels bad, and I kind of understand. She should not feel bad. He handed her the nail over water, and she tried to hand it back, and it fell. It's not her fault at all.
No.
The kid should not feel bad at all. It's his dumbass fault for putting it in his skull after dropping it in water.
And for giving it to a child.
Well,
even a zombie child. Yeah.
Giving it,
Yeah. Might eat him.
Giving it to a child is what we did in our show, but he did it over water. He should have done it to the child that wasn't over water. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he got a sinus infection after this because of this. So that's why.
That water, people spitting in it and everything.
Yeah, and it's stagnant water. I mean, it's got algae growing in it. So, I mean,
No, thank you.
yeah, exactly. So, anyways, here we go. Watch him do this.
All right.
I mean, he wiped it off, but still.
On his possibly dirty trousers.
Oh yeah, no, he didn't change from the night before, so it was dirty.
Oh god. The germaphobe side of me is just like, ugh.
And I want to mention one more time, Lords of Acid is playing in the background. So 200 people are sitting here listening to Lords of Acid play while we're doing this bullshit, which is them cussing the whole time.
That is actually in his head, ladies and gentlemen.
The kid's like, yeah.
So he would chew up razor blades live on stage and eat them. So that's what he's doing right now.
How?
It's not fun. I hate this act. I would never do it.
Nah. That's fraught with danger.
It cuts your mouth up so much. It cuts up. Yeah.
I mean, even if you blunt them first.
Yeah.
I got an iron with fix and fix.
You can see in your face, you're like, oh god.
I don't know if everybody heard Tusk say this. Even if you blunt them, they still cut your mouth up. And that's what you would do is you would take a standing stone and you would take these one single-use double-sided razors is what we had to buy, is what they were. And they were the single-use because they were the thinnest possible, the cheapest ones that you got from Walmart or the 99-cent store, right? And you would blunt them. You'd take a sandstone and you'd blunt them. And even doing this, when he spits it out, you'll see how much blood comes out of his mouth, even from doing this, trying to make them safe.
All right, now he's going to show you, ladies and gentlemen, that he actually chewed up that razor blade and that he didn't just have it in his mouth and rolling it around or anything like that. Remember, kids, don't try this at home.
Okay, it may not have shown as much blood as normally happens, but still, it makes you...
This is a real life, ladies and gentlemen, a real...
What was that again, Tusk?
Every time you break it, you've got a new sharp edge to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. And when you chew on it, your teeth, your molars make it into different ridges. So now you're so that it has 5 different cuts in it. So most of the time when he would do that, blood would come out of his mouth, and that's what we wanted. Kind of was we wanted to show you how crazy we were being. So that was part of the show, but I let him do those acts where I didn't like doing them as much because it hurt. And I don't like getting razor cuts. So.
And no salt and vinegar crisps for a while.
Yeah. And there's certain hurts that I won't heal well against, like fire. I really hate burns. So I won't do fire stuff, even though I was taught how to do fire breathing, fire eating, and fleshing. But I don't do that on myself, or I won't do them. If somebody wants me to flesh them, I'll totally do fire fleshing on them. But I don't like fire myself, where he liked eating the razor blades and I didn't. Ciara-gray's not here, but if she was here, she would attest to eating insects, and she likes that where I hate it. She'll do it and I won't. There's other artists that won't do certain things, so it's just kind of preference.
Well, yeah, it's like any kind of activity or art or performance. Not
and
everybody likes everything.
yeah, and that's why you get a troop, and that's why I have 3 or 4 people in my troop, so that we all do different things. We make a whole performance art piece out of it without having it be scripted and or making it into a play. What we do is we just show you things in a certain order to make it so that you don't puke your pants.
Mm.
So let's go a little bit more, and then if everybody's up to it, we might show one more, and if not, then we'll show a music video and just end it. But let's push on and see how far we get. Let's see how many people we get to puke their pants.
Now when you can't remember math, what's 2 plus 2?
Potato.
Exactly.
Here's the wheel of death that I have, but I haven't done it in.
I could not.
Come on.
Fuck. There's 3 machete blades on that wheel.
The ends of those, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
I would fuck myself up big time.
Yeah.
All right, thank you all. We are the Fake and Freak Show.
Barely get through a
Slim Baby.
fucking
This
door
is what your
frame.
tag is.
So there was that.
Yeah, all the sort of balancing things and stuff like that honestly just blows my brain, because I'm like, I can't even stand up from the table without hitting myself, like, or go through a door frame without bumping my elbow on something. Like Tusk will say how many times I bump and bang myself all day. So like somebody on the tightrope, or like him bouncing on his chin, and then with the added danger of that, I'm like, oh fuck. Like,
Someone showed a video the other day, and I can't remember who it was, but was it? I think he was on the plot hole stream or something. It's one of the community anyway, where his daughter is a dancer and gymnast.
wow.
And she's doing all gymnastics, the dancing.
Yeah.
Incredible. She's so tiny but so strong. Yeah.
Okay, so there's somebody in the chat that I know knows the reference we're speaking of. If somebody could put that in the chat, because I don't remember who that creator is, but that's really amazing, because I seen those videos, or I know who we're speaking. I thought it was one of the Steves, but like I don't freaking remember.
It's like PhD Tony or one of the older guys.
Is it? Okay. Tiny.
I think it's one of those guys.
Okay, so if anybody knows what we're referencing to, will you please put that in the side chat? I believe everybody is a mod. Yeah, everybody looks like they're a mod. So if anybody has any links they want to put in the side chat, please do. And if you want to send me PMs of your nudes, we'll do the Discord link later.
Come to me first, so I have to vet them, so they come to me first.
Oh, so it goes, yeah. Tusk is my secretary, or
Can I
the
be on
vetting.
the panel?
Yeah, you're on the panel as well, so it has to go through them first before it comes to me. I mean, before I come. I mean, never mind.
Side note: no unsolicited dick pics. Don't.
Yeah, no, we don't need. Yeah, no, we haven't.
Tusk, not me. Tusk
No, we
is not
haven't.
someone's.
We have enough dick pics that have come into our Discord. We don't need any more of those. We want sensual photos of you doing something fun.
Like a tasteful side boob or full frontal vagina if you're brave.
Or smashing cake or food into your genitalia, because that's what I think our first of OnlyFans is going to be with Sierra and I. But we'll see. We're going to have Tusk. So wait, hold on. We're going to have Tusk recommend a recipe that Sierra is going to make, and we're going to watch her make it, and then she is going to smash it on my body some way, shape, or form. That only gets told on how it's going to happen through OnlyFans. So you are going to be the ones who judge on how she beats me up with food.
So my first idea is chili hedgehog.
Yeah.
Is that referring to the very interesting special hedgehog that you like?
And it's gonna hurt so bad. It's gonna hurt so bad. It's gonna hurt so good bad. I think so.
Yeah, then there'll be Cobra Surprise. That's another one.
Yeah. So while we are thinking about some of that stuff, who would like to watch a video of me doing some kinky stuff with two other beautiful females that we can show on YouTube?
Well, yeah, as long as
it's YouTube friendly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Again, if you find my Discord, I think in the description I have that, and if not, figure out how to get there, and I'll share that later. But while I get another beer, pack another bowl, and if anybody needs to use the Riley, go do that. But here is an interesting thing I did a couple years ago with two of my favorite performers. We're gonna get totally edited by the song, but that doesn't matter because I'm sure all of you will like the song that we used for this. So here did I do that? I didn't do it right, did I? Oh, hold on. I didn't share right. I'm almost there. I'm just a little drunk, so. Oh gosh. Okay, here we go.
It's Family Revolves. We bring you Donna Matrix and the lovely Tarina.
Yeah, the audio may not be that great. Yeah. But
hopefully you're going to get a copyright strike on that.
Yeah, the audio is not going to be great. But you get to see a bunch of crazy fun stuff. And if you can't tell, there's already like chain leashes lit by fire. So just wait for the rest of the fun stuff. I did not know the audio was that bad on this. I'm so sorry, but is that okay for everyone? Or should I turn off the audio? Should I turn off the audio for it?
Sorry, I was muted. Possibly, I think it's better if you do, only because it's less.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that shite of audio. So here we go. Pretend that you're listening to your favorite song while I am playing with two of my friends. Let's put it that way, because I can't call them pets anymore because it's been way too long since I could say that. So play whatever is your favorite song in the background, and you'll figure it out, or you'll get the.
Can it be pink fluffy unicorns?
Of course it can. It can be anything.
Yay!
But remember, the person who was recording this was doing it off their phone, and we're in a huge nightclub that's in a church. So it's like 20 feet tall to the top of the peak and all that shite. And so the audio in there is horrible because it actually was built in the late 1800s, this church that we're in. So if you look up the church nightclub in Denver, you'll get to find out all the the history of the church that we do all this blasphemous stuff in. Like, we've had orgies inside of a church in this place. So yeah. Oh my God. A cemetery or a church are the two best places to have an orgy. I mean, what? So everybody has grinder stuff on, and we're just grinding and shooting sparks everywhere. And then, so if you can kind of see at this point, my homegirls have their butts together. And then, I forgot for a second what we were doing. When you do sets like this, obviously you do blocking. And I forgot a step in my blocking. So they skipped a step. And later I will be grinding on their asses. I mean, using my grinder on their butts is what. Yeah. Oh, I love my life. So what?
That's something I'd like to do.
Yeah. Once the world opens up again and we can start doing things, there are a handful of people that I would like to teach and show things to. I've been teaching different forms of live entertainment most of my life. So if anybody has any questions about anything, go ahead and contact me in any way that you can find, and I will help walk you through whatever the knowledge I have in. I'm not going to tell anybody anything that I don't know about. So now I'm grinding on my friend's ass. And there's lots of different types of entertainment, burlesque, drag, all that stuff. So if anybody wants to learn anything, I do give lessons for a small amount of money. I will teach people. If you want to learn something like sword swallowing or glass eating, I have to charge a little bit more, but we have to do a vetting process to make sure you're sane enough to go further with the training, because I don't train anybody. That's how this world works. But I'm not so scared in training people that I won't train others. I know I've built my career so far. Sorry, just watch this. Oh God, it's so hot.
Shall I give you a moment?
We're giving me a moment because that was so awesome. Eating vagina sparks are great. I love the taste of. I mean, what are we talking about again? So, okay. Well, that was the end of that set. Anybody have any comments, questions, or anything else like that before we end this?
No, I know Ed wants to learn some stuff.
Yeah, and
I don't think it's your goal to be a performer, is it? No, it's just you'd like to be able to do a couple of things.
Oh, see, I'd like to do it, but it would be fun to be able to incorporate into my drag act, because that's not really in the scene here, so it does give an extra something, add a little spice, as the TikTokers will say.
Totally, and I can. You and I will obviously are hanging out all the time in the virtual world, so we'll talk for sure. And there's some things that I can put across that you may have not have seen, or anybody. But that's the thing is we just want to put out there new experiences for people, as long as they're sane enough to take them on. But what you're getting at, Tusk, maybe is if you don't want to do this for any other reason than to just learn it, contact me as well. I want to teach people things that they want to check off on maybe their bucket list, but don't necessarily want to put in public. But like Ed, you're getting a little bit more out there in your entertainment fields. And so like if there's anything you can think of that I can help you learn, that'd be great. And like Tusk, say you wanted to learn how to swallow a sword, but not put that out there anywhere, I would still help you walk through the process, you know, because I feel you're sane enough. And if anybody comes,
Oh dear! Did you just say that?
well, actually, comparatively to the people that have come to me to swallow a sword, he is one of the more saner ones.
Oh wow! Are they locked up now?
I wasn't sure what you'd said there, and I thought you'd said something. I thought, am I going to be offended by that? Then you actually said sane, and I think I'm probably more offended by that.
See, the thing is, at the once it becomes sort of on stage and live performance, which actually we have a venue now for every single Friday, then it's sort of like properly opened up. But at the moment, obviously, the shows are genuinely for like people sort of that would be watching them anyway, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it is a smaller knit group, but that's because there's quite a few drag babies there that aren't comfortable, but that doesn't just include me.
And then just like behind the scenes, you and I have talked about it, the etiquette of drag and burlesque. I can walk you through as well. So anybody who has any kind of questions about entertainment or putting themselves in front of a camera or on stage, please let me know and I will help you walk through it. I'm not here to make money off of people to scam them. I would like to actually give it, and that's what Faded Workshop is for. And unfortunately, Sierra isn't here, but we're here to give information and a direction to maybe ways that people can expand their consciousness in different ways. And that's why we want to be here.
I would really love to talk to Sarah a little bit more about her stuff too, because that would be nice. Because I'm normally around guys or people presenting male, and most of the time, so it would be nice to hear also a lady's perspective. Or is that the right pronouns for
Yeah,
Sarah?
totally. Yeah, totally. And that's why we're trying to get her more involved in the community that we've kind of built around the thing that we're trying to push the knowledge of, because there's not very many people talking about being in the positions that some of us are in. And there's no reason why I shouldn't talk about what my experiences or what I feel. I mean, I got my freaking eyelids tattooed. Why should I not talk about that? Why should we not be pushing normality in one's own identity?
Yeah, I mean, like, it's not quite the same as you, but there's a constant battle I'm always brushing up against. I utterly refuse to shave my armpits now. Like, I've decided, am I doing that? I'm only shaving them because other people say I should.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna. I don't care. And, Tusk respects that it's my body, my choice, my decision.
Yeah.
And,
Can I put in just one thing right quick with that? As long as you take care of your body in a healthy way by having this, because I dated a couple hippie chicks that just would not
I will.
shout. Yeah, totally. And then what I was getting. And what I was getting at, as long as you take care of the health of your body, I don't care what you do with your body. If you want to grow hair in certain places, great, as long as you take care of the health of that. Sure, I guess that's as far as I want to go with that. But that's the thing that I had to deal with as a teenager growing up in San Diego, is a lot of hippie chicks were like, I'm not gonna shave, but they wouldn't take care of their genitalia,
No,
and then
that
I
doesn't
would
work
get
like
a disease from them.
Yeah, no. My armpits are a different thing. Like, that's not the statement. That's I wash that. I wash on a regular basis.
And I
Oh, okay.
figure that that you understand hygiene. I just wanted to put
Yeah.
that across right quick
Oh yeah.
before.
But so, like, the problem is, like, people still now are like, you're a woman, therefore you have to, and I just want to normalize, people with this
if
thing. That's my feelings on it.
if these old rednecks can grow their beards out a million freaking feet and not shave,
Yeah,
then
and-
you can do whatever you want, honey.
Yeah, and at least I'm not catching my food in there, and not
And
cleaning
or
it,
anything. I mean,
'cause
you know
have
how
to.
you know how gross a long beard is. Like,
Yes, the amount of bikers that have hugged me and it's touched my face, and I'm like, oh no.
yeah, and you smell what they ate just like 10 minutes ago or like a day ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nasty.
Okay, Dave, I'm sorry. I do love you, and you do have a beautiful beard. Did you get it? I think you got it cut recently. So, but your beard is taken care of, where I've just seen a bunch of like ratty beards being in the motorcycle industry. And I'm not saying everybody with a long beard or anybody with facial hair is not taking care of it. I am just saying that I would rather a shaved-faced man.
Yeah, well, that's your personal preference on that level, like in an intimate way.
You've got to wonder if the sort of person that wakes up in the morning and decides what was that very face.
On that level.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just wrong.
Yeah. Okay, so before we end this, unless anybody has anything else they want to like put in on the transgender issue, and like Sierra was saying, we've got lots more time to talk about body issues, transgender, how many sexes there actually are, because I want to delve into that. I want to look into what actually gives people gender identity, not trying to categorize them, but try to open up the spectrum so people can understand why there is a huge spectrum, because I don't feel like I'm a male or a female. Some days I feel like, because I have a goatee, I'm a male, but some days I just want to wear a dress and I just want to be a girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but I'm a gender bender, and I want to explain that a lot more in future episodes. And I want to get some people that are transitioning on here, and we want to get more people on. This week was a little bit of a struggle to get the format done, because we are in the middle of working on Sierra getting her video and audio done on her new computer. So we're in the middle of that. Luckily for all of you that are watching and hearing this in the present or the future, that means that I get to go down there and spend time with her, and we may get to get our OnlyFans started sooner. So you get to all see more sexiness soon, if that happens. And that's going to happen anyways in the next couple weeks, but I figure that I'm going to have to go down there and help her out a little bit more, because her significant other works a lot and has his own thing going on. And what we have going on is different than what he has going on in his life. You know what I'm saying? Like, couples have different lives. And normally she was independent with her stage performance, right? He didn't have to help her with that. Now he may have to help her with her digital world for entertainment. I can go down there and just fix things and make it work, and he doesn't have to deal with it for the night or the day, or so it may be more like that, where I'm just going to go help her with that aspect of her life sometimes. And if she's going to cook food while I stand there, or she ties me to a chair and cooks cakes and then smashes it on my face for your all's entertainment, then that's what we got to do. So, I mean, if I got to like get strapped to a chair for a couple hours while she makes food and then beats me with it or hits me with it, like whatever. I don't know how this goes.
Do what you've got to do.
Yeah, no, I'm up for anything. I mean, you only live once that we know of, so I am down for most of the stuff. So we'll figure that out later, and if like I have to buy another gallon of lube, then we'll get there in some way, shape. I mean, so
it's always cheaper in bulk, so
yeah.
We like that, huh?
Yeah. So speaking of that devil, I'm gonna play one more video of my old sideshow acts, and then we'll play a music video, and then we'll end it because we're at 3 hours now, and I think there's 2 people who are here with us that want to go to sleep, if not more, because they don't want to hear my dumb ass anymore, right? I mean, like, it's only, who cares about me? So
I've just got, Ash versus the Evil Dead on the brain.
yeah, exactly. And I would rather be there than here. No, but I mean, but let's give a little bit more information about what I do and what I've done in the past. And then we'll talk about it a little bit more, and then we'll show a music video. And when I'm showing that, you both can bow out. And then I will finger myself for the end credit. I mean, what did I say? I'll end the credits, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
Agree, Tusk?
Absolutely. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure everybody's on the same page.
Oh, damn it!
Wow.
I got a new subscriber.
Be amazed in Wonderman. See the skinny skeleton man. Feisty Siamese twins. Sexy snake woman. Beautiful bearded lady. The unbelievable blockhead. Painless human pincushion. And devious fire eater.
Wait, that wasn't up your nose first, right?
Yeah.
No!
Snot tastes so good.
No, you're nasty!
See the skinny skeleton man. Feisty Siamese twins. Sexy snake.
Oh, my nipple piercings. Oh. Still makes me feel no a little bit, that one. Only because I've ripped a few times.
Maybe the girl standing behind you. Is she part of the show or on there or the venue?
Yeah.
Is the first girl looks really shocked?
Okay, so we watched a video earlier of a gentleman who said that he had a world record of lifting a mini keg with his ears. What am I doing right now? What am I doing? Wait, hold on. What am I doing right now?
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, I'm lifting a full-size keg with my ears. Oh shit, that's more than he did. Oh, never mind. And she weighs at least 90 pounds in a wagon pulled by my ears. That's more than 100 pounds. Look at her face. Son of a monkey.
It was a bit at the close to the beginning there. There was a girl standing behind you. It's kind of cropped hair, and there was just that moment she just went, "Oh!"
What the Yeah.
What did you just
Yeah,
say?
It's so great. Okay, so that's me as a teenager. No, I'm just kidding. I was a little bit older than that. So who wants to see a music video of mine as we leave
Yeah, go ahead.
this? Does anybody want to talk about anything else before we leave?
Oh yeah. And
Please.
you know how you were said you when you're at the urinal and when you're in a dress.
Yeah.
I just now sort of thought about the quote RuPaul says, and that goes something along the lines of, some of the most beautiful women I've ever seen has had enormous penises.
Yeah.
So,
And honey,
Yeah,
most of the drag queens say that to me too. So Tusky, you want to say anything before we bow out?
No, I'm quite happy just being a passenger for the moment.
Well, thank you.
Holding on for the ride.
We love having you here, and I don't know if everybody in the audience knows this or anybody in the future knows this, but Tusk has a lot of experience in a lot of different genres and has been to a lot more schooling than a lot of us have, and we'll talk about that in the future. So I love having him on, and Ed is one of my partners in gaming or one of the crew in gaming, and so I love having you here, and you're one of the gender benders that can associate themselves with me because I am one as well. And so we hope to, in the future, help inform people on alternative lifestyles so we can make it palatable for them so they can understand it, so it's not so foreign or not so shocking for them, because we can't progress in life unless the other wannabe human beings, or let's just say beings in this culture, come to an understanding that everybody's different. Not everybody can be a farmer. Not everybody can be a telephone operator. Not everybody can be in anything. We have to have a million types of everybody to make this culture work. They say it takes a village to raise a child, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened to me.
and that's what I believe is a simplistic version of talking about why we should talk about alternative cultures and subcultures being integrated into culture in different nations and in different ways. I tattooed my fucking eyelids. I tattooed the inside of my ears. I've tattooed almost my body. And I didn't do that just because, like, I'm completely psycho. I mean, I am psycho, but I did it because I wanted to make it a learning tool for other people while I was a performer. I tried to put it in a process that made sense to other people to make it palatable so that we could teach other people.
Yeah.
And I just like wearing a dress, honey. So, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes, just throw on a skirt.
Oh, sorry, Tusk. Sorry, you go, honey.
I say sometimes you just want to throw on a skirt, put on some music, and do the hoovering.
And there should be no judgment why we shouldn't be able to do that, and or like take your significant other and put them in an outfit of another genre. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Have another scene. You know, put them in something else and do something else and have fun in a different way. That's not wrong in any way. Because a 1,500-year-old scripture or writing tells you something is wrong does not mean it's fucking wrong. There's nothing that proves that's fucking wrong. So why should we not have fun? Why can't we have orgies? What the fuck, dude? Why did the Romans get kiboshed? The Romans should have been prevalent throughout
They were fine with gender expression and whatever that was, and they had orgies.
Why didn't the Greeks? Why weren't the Greeks prevalent? Oh, the Christians. That's why. So again, like, there's no reason why we shouldn't have open things. The only reason why open relationships are bad is if there's not an open person in the relationship. If everybody's okay with what's going on, we have healthy relationships. I actually know of like a handful of people that raise one kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is the mom and the dad, but they're split. But then each one of them has multiple partners. But the kid gets raised by like 12 people. But they don't understand there's nothing wrong. There is anything wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's a community actually raising this child, and we'll talk about it in the future because I actually have friends that will talk about this, and they're kids that are grown now that will talk about this as well, saying actually this was the healthy environment I felt in because nobody told me nothing's wrong while giving me structure.
Yeah,
so
but I grew up similar to that, not from like multiple partner parents, but because we lived in like the traveller community, and you know we had the metalwork guy, the woodwork guy, the horse guy. You know, learned to cook, learned how to do. You know, I could wire a plug when I was 5 years old, and I could, you know, that sort of thing. So I learned all these things. And I was very, very young. But then you got these other people who would come in from outside and go, oh, look at these poor children. They have no structure in their lives. They're wild. I say, but I can do things. I can build a fire, catch a fish, you know, mend a fuse. You know, I can do things.
Yeah. And that's the difference.
The entire community taught all the kids to do everything. So we were all self-sufficient to a degree, obviously.
Well, instead of having, just as an example, instead of having a kid just go to a babysitter, go have him follow the fisherman. Go have him follow somebody who does a trait, and they'll learn that trait instead of having them go, I don't know what to do. And babysitting for us after school was them doing nothing. They weren't teaching us anything. They weren't giving us a skill. They weren't, you know, I was whitewashed as crap until I got thrown into the ghetto. And they're like, learn how to use a gun. Learn how to, you know, learn how.
After school, we'd go home, get our air guns, and that was it. We'd go out and either play tag and shoot one another or go hunting. That's what we did, you know.
Yeah. So you were learning something to some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Where, So let's delve on that a little bit later because it could get very dark. But let's just show a music video of mine, and then so everybody say goodbye. And
Goodbye.
What was that, Tusk?
I just said goodnight to the
Okay, so
who's watching is a Europe and UK based, so
here's an old music video of mine, and if anybody wants to put a link in the chat of anything they're doing, Ciara-gray and I have our links in the description if you want to tip us or follow us in our different social media adventures. Soon Ciara and I have 3 other people that want to do an OnlyFans with me. So if you want to see me getting the crap beat out of me by other people, you can watch my OnlyFans soon. Other than that, everyone say goodbye one more time, and then we'll get out of here.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Just a little bit more, a little bit longer.